Hey, my bad, y'all. That was my fault. I was trying to get on with my other account, and I didn't know that it was logged on under the Don Dada name, so I accidentally closed out the live. My bad about that. Hopefully, we can get that conversation back going. That's a good conversation that I do want to have with y'all. And it's not to demean us by any standard. It's really just hold on, let me get this going. It's really just to say, like, okay, what he said is African Americans thrived. That's human, right? Like I said, it's nothing exceptional about us as a monolith because I mean we're still not a monolith. We're still not united. But I mean, I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, anybody would have done this. And when it comes to our influence is based on our proximity to people in America, right? To Europeans. If any other group of people, right? Not West Africans, if it was South Africa. Oh, never mind, never mind. Somebody playing tag on my phone. So yeah, that's pretty much what that was about. But I can understand it from other people's perspective. But y'all got to understand after what was it, World War II? Uh, a lot of shit going on. We got like access to being on television. There we go. Look like is you there this time? Look like is you there this time? Are you jamming? She probably can't hear us. Like I say, y'all, this is an open invitation. I'm accepting everybody to come up on here. So as soon as you hit that request button, you will be on the live panel. Um, so yeah, my bad, my bad. Apologies for that, y'all. Hopefully, I get that guest back up on here because it was going to be a good discussion. I really want to try to get this understood, like my position when it comes to that. Appreciate you coming up here, Samina. Welcome to the platform. What's your ethnicity for us, if you don't mind? All right, when y'all come up on here, once again, it is an open invitation. Y'all will be accepted as soon as y'all come up on here. So make sure that you're ready to communicate with me. Make sure that you read over the backdrop. I'll go over it real quick with y'all. Join the panel, debate your position. FBAs, where are y'all at? I don't know where they even at no more. Prickle on it. Like ever since Tariq Nasheed stopped going live and stopped entertaining these people by being xenophobic to Africans, they do not exist anymore. Pre-colonial contact with America, other known as the Black Indigenous or pretending is what I like to call them. Where are y'all even at? You know what I'm saying? Where is y'all at? We don't get to see y'all no more. Come pull up on your boy. The Moorish identity claim. This kind of cult has been faded away, even though it's been in the culture for. Hey, this y'all anniversary. This y'all 100th year. Where are y'all even at? 1926. This is your official century anniversary. Y'all should be celebrating. Y'all should be in the streets. Seems like y'all have finally faded into the abyss. Black ancient Egyptians. Listen, I know y'all got an Ankh tattoo on y'all. We could talk about it. I know you think the pyramids is fantasizing. Y'all got to stand on this. Y'all can't have conversation about none of this. We the Israelites. Is y'all really come debate about it? You know what I'm saying? How are we these people and you black at the same time? Y'all have oversimplified scholarship to the point where y'all really even know it. Y'all are embarrassed to come talk to me. And creationists. Now I don't know why they put that symbol right there. This is really just to have a discussion. But you see, they did this on their own. They already know that creationist is synonymous with religion. So they ChatGPT put that on their own because I didn't say put that symbol on there, but they already know this is where the creation story comes from. And outside of that, it's really just naturalism, is how things happen in nature. Now, this is what I like because when you talk about like theism or the divine or the supernatural, it is just that. It is the supernatural. It is beyond nature, right? Anything that is beyond nature, in truth, is not real. Let me see if we can get up an algorithm, y'all. My bad about that, y'all. I accidentally dropped the live. Trying to do too much. I was trying to do that little shit where they be on two little things, and actually, I could do it, but y'all know I be trying to act like I'm not too savvy with electronics, y'all. So forgive me about that. But yeah, let's tap the screen. Let's see if we can get let's see if we can run up 2,500K likes real quick to see if we can get up in the algorithm. That's the main reason we do it. Listen, I'm on the other page, right? So the last 3 videos I did, normally I can scroll through this page and I can see some ops and I can make some videos and get some clips. But this time, I had to go all the way on my backup page, you know. I had to go all the way on my backup page. And let me see if okay, here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. Switch accounts. Cause it didn't even have no business being on this account. Yeah, I had to go to my backup page just to find some pseudos to make the videos about. And bro, this page don't got no more pseudos on it, y'all. And that's why I say I showed y'all the people that I blocked. It ain't like they nobody special. So I don't know what they doing, where they hiding. But y'all already know they been scared of me. That's the thing that I really hate about being this sharp, is I really scared all the pseudos away. And that's why I said, like, they at that point they know they disingenuous. Because you know if you scared of somebody, then you have reason to be scared of them. And that reason is because you are pseudo and you know it. That's the part that's tripping me out, and you know it now. It ain't like oh damn, what's my damn password? All right, damn, now hold on, now they doing extra shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to do this shit where they got my other page up on here, so that it can make it night where it don't give me that damn warning sign. But y'all tap the screen for me real quick. Y'all, if y'all press the invite button, if y'all request to come up, you will be immediately accepted. So please make sure you read the prompt. FBAs, Pretendians, Hotep Israelites, whatever else they say up on there. Pull up, stop being shy. We know I'm gonna smoke your boots, but just endure it real quick. Cause I think y'all down there extinct from this app. Damn it, no, I'm on Gmail. So I gotta rush through this, y'all, because they're only giving me a minute to get this code. So give me a second. But yeah, I know my brother's on live right now, but you know I don't mind going live. We got different discussions simultaneous going on, and then it should be enough pseudos. Look, I just went to a post. Supposedly this post has 20,000 likes. I already told y'all this shit don't be real. This be like bot likes. It really be the algorithm running propaganda trying to make y'all think that there's a lot of people subscribing to these ideologies when in reality it's not, because if it was, then they would be able to pull up. I'm saying all the keywords: Cherokee, Choctaw, Seminole, Blackfoot, Pretendian, Black Indigenous, Moorish, El Bay Day, all the shit. And they act like they can't see me no smoke. You see what they send me, y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention to how this app get down. You'll see they send me some people, a European descent, to come on here and ask for some gift or spam N-word R. But nobody wants to have a formal, informal debate. They know how it go down. Damn, y'all. I think my shit gonna run out, bruh. So nonetheless, y'all tap the screen and we at 25. Yeah, let's get to 2,500. Appreciate you, Sage. I see you, brother. What the hell is this shit doing? Yeah, we trying to get some ops in here, man. Like where they at? They know how I do, man. That's why I say when I retired from this app the first time, this is the real reason why I did it. It's because they don't want to give me any play. They don't want to give me no play, man. They know how I'm coming. They know how I'm coming. They got to ban the boy. And that's how I say the app is even disingenuous at this point. And but it could be also a real thing. I was scrolling the app. Let me do something. I was scrolling the app and I was going to I went to about 30 different lives before I crunked up my live. And I was like, it's a whole bunch of people, not talking about a bitch ass thing, to be honest. But it's also a whole bunch of people struggling to get views. So I think Zaytoven was live. And he had about 100 some people in there. But I'm like, damn, where's the interaction in, man? Y'all is not outside like that for real. Bruh. I should have just went over here, bruh. Because I know that shit timed out by now. We still finna see y'all, because I really want to get I really want to try to have a little live, and I'll probably be on here for about 2 hours. So y'all bear with me while I get my shit together. Yeah, I should have went on this in the first place. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my shit just freezing up. All right. Yeah, but like I said, in the meantime, like this shit do it, right? Don't make no sense. The backdrop lit. You can see all of the shit that these people claim on here. The FBAs. So my contention with the FBAs, in case y'all was wondering, is these people act like they got a reason to delineate. Like I had a guest on here yesterday. We kind of converted them for real, but so pretty much they think that African American means an African can come to America and get citizenship and become an African American. They don't know that it's already a delineation there in the ethnic group. The ethnic group attaches you to the culture. The culture attaches you to the history, which is essentially chattel slavery, which is the main connection that you need in order for to be what's called a FBA, is because the main reason for these people is to have some type of claim to reparations. Right. So it's pretty much based, the whole FBA ideology is based in ignorance. It's birthed in ignorance and people not knowing that African American is their ethnicity. But it's also a lot of propaganda behind it. The propaganda is that it's pretty much making black people not want to connect to Africa. That propaganda was perpetuated by like the commercials of donations to Africa. I think that was real popular like in the 90s and the early 2000s. Let me see if I can get this code, because last time I remember I was trying to put this code in and I put it in perfect and they was trying to deny me still. So like I said, we got to deal with the troubleshooting issues along with the algorithm hating, along with the pseudos not want to interact with counter arguments. And yeah, like I done showed y'all, like I try to be the most upfront with y'all. Yesterday I showed y'all all the people that I got blocked. It was nobody that y'all recognized, firstly. And then yeah, I done showed y'all the video of all the people that got me blocked. I don't know if y'all remember that. And it's like I did a video and I showed y'all over 25 people. And that's just the people that I know of. Imagine how many people that I don't know that got me blocked. Because it was this one dude that somebody tried to send me a video of, an Indian red dude who's like supposed to have some type of motion in the pseudo community, and didn't even let me see, bro. Hopefully I logged in, and I didn't ever have no conversation with this dude, and he got me blocked. So that's what I'm saying. I just like have to narrate this so y'all can understand. This is signs of people being disingenuous. It's no kind of way, to me at least, I don't know about y'all, it's no kind of way to me where somebody can explain why they're scared of having a conversation. I'm not finna talk to him for what? If I'm giving you ample time to speak uninterrupted, which I do, you know, over here, as y'all can see, some of the symbols in my backdrop say, this is a respectable panel, right? We one mic panel. Them other panels don't operate like this. You go to a pretending panel, it's going to be cussing, it's going to be obscenity, it's going to be xenophobia, it's going to be talking over each other, and it's really no order. And if you really pay attention to it, they really do not agree with each other. But a lot of people don't be paying that much close attention to this shit to see. You don't see the backdrop. Hold on, man. That's crazy. See, now they playing all kind of games. And I'm gonna show you what. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it real quick. And hold on. Let me see if I. That's crazy work right there. Let me know if you see a backdrop now. You see a backdrop now? You see a backdrop now? Let me know. I'm finna try to. Okay, no. Okay, now I'm finna go back to that one screen and let me see if you see it. Hold on. Let me go right here. You see it now? They be playing dirty games with you, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me know if you can see it. I'm telling y'all. And that's the thing about it. Like, these people be so obsessed with the conspiracy theory. I got the conspiracy for your ass. They trying to keep a real nigga down. See, instead of doing me like Fred Hampton, which I appreciate them for not doing me like that, all they gotta do is shadow ban your boy. You know what I'm saying? All they gotta do is just say, hey, he ain't going out here publicly speaking. He's smart enough to know that his own people are extremists and they may off him himself. You know what I'm saying? So he just go ahead and do it on the social media shit. All we gotta do is shadow ban this shit. I promise you. That's how this shit work. Y'all, this shit is ass, bruh. So I did have a idea to go live, and I was gonna show not really my face, but just show my whole little shit. Really just show my shoulders and my chest. I was gonna have the poo shiesty on, just so y'all know I be in the gym. Y'all know I'm 240 right now, hella swole, all that good shit. Even though I probably don't sound like it. I was gonna do that, so I did download the TikTok Live Studio, but this shit running like ass, bruh. Actually, I'm so damn slow. I don't know why I downloaded it on my desktop instead of my laptop, which got way more memory on it. Cause this shit's still struggling to open. Abdullah, appreciate you coming up. Go ahead and do what you got to do. There we go. We got a guest up here. Appreciate you for coming up here. What's your ethnicity, Abdullah? If you don't mind me asking you. Yeah, you got to get on that fitness shit. That shit go crazy. That's what I've been really doing. I've been focusing on my gains. I got summertime vacation. I'm a summer baby. I know I'm finna turn 30 here next month. So I've been in the gym going crazy. I may show y'all some. I may show y'all a little bit of something of the gains. But yeah, this shit going crazy around these parts, bro. I'm really finna get out my gym because I really feel like I'm too big to be in the gym that I'm in. Let me see, man. Finally logged in. Let me see if I can get live access. I really just want to join my own live, but I don't know if it's gonna even let me do that. I might just have to close this jump. But yeah, that's really all I've been doing. Working on my cardio, getting my wind up, working on my core. Everything is a PR. Every day I go. I say every day. Every day I go into the gym is literally a new PR. It's nearly a new personal best, or whether that's bench, back, legs, or something. And the reason why is because I'm either gonna go up in weight or I'm gonna go up in reps. And so that's pretty much how I do that. I'm trying to see it. Like really, I need to find my camera. Make sure my camera ain't on me. So yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I might still do it when I got when I got some time to come on here in the daytime. Really, just to see how it worked. But right now, I need to get this shit together. Appreciate you. Oh, yes, my brother Jai.
What's good, G's?
Broke your ankle. Ooh,
Yeah, I broke my ankle like last month type shit.
damn.
Yeah, I've been lazy in the gym because of that shit. They told me I had to stay out, you know. I broke my ankle playing ball. Like once I got out of work, I told myself I wanted to play like a pickup game after work. So I went to the courts. I'm playing ball. The the two dudes I had on my team in the pickup game, they was trash, so I'm playing hero ball. I hit some I hit some like hop step move to like the rim. I landed like I leaped and I landed on some dude's foot and my whole shit like freaking rolled, bro. Shit was terrible.
That's crazy, man. Have you broke a bone before?
Nah, that actually was my first time breaking a bone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the ankle. The ankle. Hopefully, you get a full recovery from that because yeah, I hope that keep a lot of people lazy.
Yeah, for real. Before that I was in the gym consistently. Like I was really like doing my thing, but you know, that happened and before you know it, I'm in the house just sitting and eating and not moving around. They told me not to move around much, so I'm like, damn.
How long for it's supposed to be completely healed?
They told me like 4 to 6 weeks. I actually got to go to my
Damn.
appointment tomorrow for them to see because I got my X-rays done yesterday. But they have to send my X-rays over to the other doctor for them to like analyze it to see if like the bone fixed because they said like it basically fractured in two areas. They said it was like the ankle part, and then they said the top of the foot was like chipped. So
Shit.
yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I ain't never broke a bone, but I be having sprains like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Yo, I didn't even know you was my age. It's crazy.
Oh, you 30? You 30 or you already turned 30?
I turned 30 back in January.
Hell yeah, I turned 30 next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was trying to say they thought I was an elder in this bitch. I said, damn, do I sound older than some?
Now it's not about like how you sound. I guess it's like how you present yourself. Like you're a very like charismatic person, like on this app. So I guess people look at you as you being like more seasoned, I guess.
Yeah, I try to compose, but shit, like I say, I went through different moments on here. You remember though, you been here for a minute with rocking out with me. I went through the crash out phase. I went through the one-on-one phase. I went through the composed phase. I don't know. Now I'm really just it's kind of really been shaping me. I ain't gonna lie, the whole time.
Nah, same for me. Like when I first got in this space, I'm not gonna lie, I had my little crash out moments, but then I'm like, what am I crashing out on my phone for? Like these people, these people are the one that's stupid. Like what am I doing? But like where I am right now, I actually be trying to extend the olive branch to these people. I'm like, yo, like if y'all actually want to go genealogy for genealogy, I can do that with you too. But like they always run, they a lot of these people are just disingenuous. If I'm being completely real.
Fully, yeah, absolutely. That's why I say like it's so crazy now though, because I can scroll, and I know it's like I know they supposed to come on my FYP because like not only do I interact with them, I stitch them. That's why that was pretty much my content after I started stopped educating. I just started stitching people and correcting their misinformation, and they don't even show up. I got to go to my whole other page where it's like it's not even pertaining to any of this shit, but they just still force it down my FYP and send it to myself just to make a clip of these people. So I don't know what they got going on with that, but yeah, man, they like you say they disingenuous. I do think that they losing a lot of gas and momentum. Um, and even the ones that are still out there now, at least I don't know if it's just me or they really coming off as crazy now.
Absolutely. A lot of the big names, the big grifters, like if we, for example, like natural and stuff like that. What I notice, what they're doing now, they are moving away from these, you know, kind of like debates and topics, and more so trying to delve into like current events. Like sometimes I have their lives come up, and they'll talk about like the situation with the store owner, the Chinese dude, and
Yeah.
the young kid, and they'll talk about that, and then they'll find a way to like sprinkle it, pretending bullshit in that whole conversation. Like they'll be like, "Yo, like this is messed up. This is why us people need to stick together and stuff like that." And then they'll be like, "Because we the real indigenous people and blah, blah like that." And I'm noticing that's more so how they try to make their bread and butter.
Yeah, that's why I say now y'all still haven't proved the first claim for y'all to move on. So I'll be trying to hold them to their word, but yeah, it's they. I was like I said, I made that other backdrop. I say, man, they damn near extinct to me. But even though I see them on that other one, they not talking about nothing. They not talking about nothing. The dude was rapping an AI song, like a voiceover, like he wrote it. It's AI, so AI kind of got be having them little bops, but yeah, that he looks crazy. And that's the sad thing about it. I'm like, these people. For me, it's so easy, and I always said that. And some people, they kind of was saying the same thing. Like some of these people, you could just look in their face, look in their eyes, and see that they going through it. So, so yeah, even like how you said about extending the olive branch. Sometimes I soften my approach, knowing the history, knowing like Jim Crow, people not want to take pride in being black, or even when it comes to these people not knowing about being from Africa. I would think for a minute there, through the hundreds of years you've been here, it's probably like a couple of generations that didn't talk about nothing about the continent. Because
Exactly.
once you separated from it, and this is all you know for a couple generations, then you learning a new language, you being separated from your relatives. I can see how they was actually lost, but that don't mean claim a whole nother people that you ain't got no connection to all the same.
Exactly. That's the same situation that goes on with people like, for example, like Frederick Douglass. They'll take the fact that Frederick Douglass was opposed to the idea of repatriating back to Africa and be like, see, he knew he wasn't no damn African, but they don't even know the reason why he said those things. And it had nothing to do with him not having African ancestry. It was more so in the sense that he figured, like, we had generations in this country already. Why should I go back? That was more so the context of why he felt the way he felt. But like a
Yeah,
lot of these people, they lack, uh, you know, um,
full
literacy
context.
skills and context and all of that stuff.
Yeah. I remember Top Cats used to always bring up the American Colonization Society in that regard. It was like, bro, you don't know why they saying that shit. But yeah, it's pretty much for the same reasons. It's like it get to a point where this is like all you know. And I used to use this analogy where it would be people. It would be people. I would say like you in an apartment, right? You'd have been in this apartment, for about 5 years, and you just don't want to move. You just don't want to do all the works it takes you. The kids don't want to go to a new school. They got their own friends that they familiar with, and it's just they don't want to take the effort to do the work, to fully understand all the context that came behind their history. And I mean, it makes sense to an extent to me, but like I say, these people really just lazy. They lazy, sorry, and fearful, and that's kind of like the basis behind it. Like, and not like say fear like cowardice, even though it is, but it's like fear of what they don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it is that. I also think it's a sense of having low racial pride. Like for them, they take the fact that a lot of us for generations were reminded of a tragic history like the transatlantic slave trade, and they look at that as a big defeat for black people, so they try to disassociate themselves from the idea of being you know at the bottom of America's totem pole. But that's just the reality of things. It's just it's an inferiority complex, low racial self-esteem. It's just a whole bunch of things that's just in a pot.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing about the lack of having racial pride is they not fully aware, they not fully educated, and so and the things that they are educated about, that's where their inferiority comes from. Like, oh, we came over here slaves, and that's to say I'll be all for them, and that's not the case. But they don't understand that it's showing more inferiority by trying to claim a whole nother, like appropriate a whole nother ethnic group, a whole nother racial group, and then you can't articulate this shit for nothing. It's wild, but like I say, it go for the whole thing, like the Moorish claim, the Israelite claim, the Egyptian claim. All these is based in that same inferiority. We want to try to cling on to something that gives up some type of empowerment. Noble Drew Ali said, "Oh, this is your nationality. Now you have a nation." The ancient Egyptian claims, or the chosen people with the Israelites. All this is based on pretty much the same thing. But yeah, I think when a lot of us started coming out and pushing back on it, a lot of people start seeing the light. Like, one of the reasons why they're disingenuous because they're running from these conversations because they know that in contrast, we make them sound ignorant consistently. Um, I had a panelist come up on here and even say that one time. He said, "Man, you just get tired of hearing these people not being able to present any evidence. It's their steady evidence on evidence upon them top."
Yeah, absolutely. you know And I guess like that's kind of how I started gaining a little patience for some of these people. Cause if I'm being real, I remember I was in that position around the time I was like 15, 16. I'm not gonna hold you. Not on no pretending, I was in America type shit. But I remember at that age, back when it was cool to try to claim Egypt and everybody wanted to have like ankhs and all that other shit. I remember like I even got like an ankh tattooed on me. I have it tattooed. I got that shit when I was like 17. And I remember like, being on that whole Egyptology shit and like, yo, like we made we built the pyramids and all that other stuff. But then like, I started getting more educated. I started traveling. I started speaking to different cultures, and I actually, started, delving into like my
Who, who
family
built
history. And I
who
was
built the
like,
pyramid? Who
excuse
built the
me.
pyramid?
The
Who built the
Egyptians,
pyramid? Yeah, but where they from?
First of all, don't
Egypt.
cut me off. Like, why don't niggas do that? They get on panel and just start cutting people off.
Well, you because we already know that they don't really have the patience. We talked about this yesterday. If you don't have the patience for a conversation, you likely don't have the patience to educate yourself. So I mean, I kind of like when they do that because it kind of already lets me take some of that, the empathy that we was talking about. It already makes me like, okay, gloves off. But
Can I
yeah,
ask? But can I ask something? Who built the pyramids?
the
Egyptians.
Egyptians,
Where are they from?
Egypt.
Egypt,
Egypt. Where's Egypt?
Northeast Africa.
Northeast Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you. I
Is that what you
appreciate it.
wanted to know?
So who built them?
We already
It
answered that
wasn't
question.
Europeans. It was East Africans, right?
Yeah, you
Am I
Northeast
right? Am
African?
I right? Yeah, I'm East African. Yeah.
Oh, you are.
I'm Northeast
What's your
African.
what's your ethnicity?
Yes,
Nubian.
Somali.
Somali. Okay. Well, this is interesting. This is
Somali.
good. This is good.
Somali.
Then
Yes, sir.
Somalians didn't build it though.
No. I think that you don't believe that, but yeah,
Yeah, Somalis didn't build.
go back in
So,
time,
so
and you
the
will see.
reason why we're talking about the ancient
It's the
Egyptians is
same language.
because
We still speak the same language as the ancient Egyptians. You could still speak the same Somali. They speak the
oh,
same language.
so you
I
want to be
mean,
connected to the
why is that?
you want to be connected to the ancient Egyptians
Well,
as well.
tell me. I mean, it's like literally like 100 kilometers away. How come they speak the same language, and how come they look the same?
Well, the languages, I'm pretty sure they don't speak the same language from that time.
They speak the exact same language, brother.
What
I'll tell
language?
you.
What language is that?
For example, well, for example, the sun. What is the name for sun in
Hold on.
ancient
If you
Egyptian?
if
Is
you
Ra,
if you take
Ra,
your
right?
time, if you take your time, your speech
Please,
impediment will probably leave.
please.
Just take your time. We're not in a hurry. I'm not going to mute you or drop you, brother.
In ancient Egyptian, the name for sun is Ra, Ra.
In ancient Egyptian,
So in Somali, it's called Ra. Same thing. It's the same thing. But I'm not saying that's. But there's a lot of words that are the same between ancient Egyptian and Somali. I promise you. Look it up. I
so you
can tell you.
saying the
You can
ancient
look it up.
Egyptians? What language did they speak?
And geographically speaking, we are right there. We are right next door. We are right next door. Right next door to them.
My neighbors are right next door to me. That don't mean I'm the same person.
Somalia and Egypt is right next door to each other. So yeah, I mean, yeah, those it's the same people. It's the same people. And
It's
the
not.
ancient
They're
Egyptians
not the same.
are ancient Somali.
They're not the same people.
Land of Punt. You can you look this up? Land of Punt, Puntland, land of Punt.
Put
Look it up. Where and how that is
slow down.
connected to. Sorry, how that is connected to Egypt.
All you got to do. All
Land
you
of
got to do
Punt.
is slow
Land of
down. I'm not. Nobody's rushing you here, brother.
Google is free. Land of Punt. Look it up. Right now.
So,
You can go ahead. Land.
okay, let me get a chance to speak real quick because you making me tweak out. So, Somali. Let me speak. Let me speak real quick. So, Somalians are Ethio-Somali for about 50 to 60%, and Egyptians are 40 to 50% West Eurasian or Near Eastern Levant populations.
Well, that's what they say.
Google is
But look it
free.
up. Go Google and look up the land of Punt. Look up the land of Punt.
I
Or
understand that
Puntland.
y'all had trade with Punt.
Punt.
I understand that y'all had trade with Punt.
Look it up.
2500 BCE.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are the pyramids though?
They're very old, but they're not. We don't know. We don't know, and we don't know
Google
how
Google
old.
Google is free then.
Kemet. You know, Kemet. We don't know how old Kemet was. They say that it was
How
four
old is the
thousand years ago,
pyramids
but
though?
it could be up until 15 to 20,000 years ago. We don't know it yet. We
But
don't
Google
know.
is free. What does Google
People don't
say?
know. Well, Google is fucking Jewish people, but it gives you an idea.
Wait,
It gives you an idea.
hold on. You just
Bro, am I wrong?
Oh, damn! You flipped on it that quick.
Am I wrong?
That's crazy.
Am I wrong? Look it up.
That's crazy. So
Okay.
Jewish was good for your argument.
Okay. I will tell you. See. I will tell you one thing. The biggest structure by human made in history was in Benin, in Timbuktu. Today, Timbuktu, by far the biggest structure ever made by human. But when you go on Google, it will tell you that it's the wall of
All right.
the Great Wall of China.
You're not making
But it is
any sense,
actually,
but it's okay.
but it's
It's
actually the
okay.
Benin,
Listen,
but it's actually the Benin
you're
Wall.
Somali.
But it's actually the Benin Wall,
You're East African. If you want to be connected to
brother.
the ancient
I'm
Egyptians,
African.
I'm pretty sure you can.
African.
I don't have no beef with that. You're not West African like me. I'm a West African descendant. The thing is, I'm saying on here.
West African.
Let me talk.
I'm
Let me talk without being interrupted. I don't know if this is a culture thing because sometimes when I talk to y'all be
Can I
interrupting
tell
me
you
and y'all
the
don't let me
biggest
talk.
wall?
See, you did it again. You did it again. I don't know if it's a cultural thing where y'all don't let people speak one at a time, but yeah, try to have some decorum on here. So yeah, my argument isn't that East Africans don't have any connection to ancient Egyptians. Black people in America and the Western Hemisphere are predominantly composed of West and West Central Sub-Saharan Africans, and we don't have that connection to ancient Egyptians. That's my argument, right? You can have a connection to you're East African. I don't care as much, even though statistics said that y'all are distinct biologically.
Brother, can I please tell you? And I'm giving you this. I'm giving you this. Please listen to me when I say this. It was West Africans that gave Europe a irrigation system. You know what the irrigation system like before you people came there. Before your people went to the Moors went to Spain
Are you an
and
American?
Portugal. No, I'm in Europe, brother. I'm in Europe, but
Where
I'm
did you
telling
get
you.
Where did you
Listen to
get that
me.
information from? That's
Before listen to this.
hold on.
Before West
Is
African
Google free
Moors.
or not?
Listen.
But
Yes,
why we gotta
before West
listen when
Africans
we can show the
went to
evidence?
Spain. Listen.
All right, no. Look at this part. It should be on here. We gotta show sources.
Brother,
Just show your source for your claim. Let me get to my other panelists right quick. And try to slow down when you're talking. Your stutter is bothering people. Okay, D Crane, appreciate your patience, brother. Let's tap in with this conversation. Hold on, let me scoot you up here so you can be part of the family with us.
Yeah, man, I've been listening for a minute, and pretty much, bro, we really don't know our history down here. Pretty much like talking about it, but for the most part, I can tell you, we didn't come over here on no slave ships. We are from Africa, but yet at the same time, we got pyramids right here in America. We got here pyramids in Canada, America, South America. How the hell they got here? Let's go back and go and look at the history.
Timbuktu.
Hold on,
Brother.
you said we did come from the slave ships, but we are from Africa.
Yeah, we derived in Africa.
So you believe that human life starts in East Africa and people migrate out?
Yes, the Bible tells us that.
No, the Bible does not tell you that. The Bible
Yes, the
says
Bible did tell us that. He said the
okay,
12 tribes
okay.
spread
Do you
about.
believe in Google or
You're
no?
an idiot.
Hell no. Where did Google come from?
Okay, so how do you come
Where
to
did
your
DNA?
okay?
Where
No,
did the
it's okay.
DNA
It's okay.
come
We don't got to
from?
argue about that. What is your methodology for what a truth is, what a fact is, or what's correct?
What the
How do
fact
you
is, let's just start with the lies. All we got to do
No,
is just
no, no,
start with
no,
the
no. Let's just
wait,
answer
hold
that
up.
question. How do
No,
you know
you
what
asked
truth
the
is?
question. You asked the question. You said
And
let's start with the truth.
you're derailing. I
No,
asked the
I'm not
question, you talking about
derailing.
the truth.
I'm not. Okay,
I
go
asked
ahead.
him, how do you define what the truth is? And you talking about the lies. Let's just find out how do you know what the truth is?
First of all, you got to start with the lies. The lies will
No,
tell you the
no,
truth.
you don't. You just start with the
Bro,
truth.
listen. If I tell you that there's no such thing as a sun, and you wake up and you look at the sun every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning,
Oh man, y'all make it so hard to talk with y'all. Just tell me how do you know what the truth is? How do you come to the conclusion what's correct?
the first thing is tell me.
Hi.
Listen,
Hi.
let's
Hold
just start
on,
with
no kids allowed. Why does this app
Hi.
do this? Hold on, be quiet real quick while I block you. Don't say nothing else on here. Damn.
let's just start with the transatlantic slave trade. Africa done
No,
already
hold on.
told us.
You skipped my question. How do you
Oh,
know
come
what
on,
the truth
man.
is?
See,
How do
you
you?
trying to bind me to
No, I'm
something.
not. I'm asking you a question. I'm not trying to bind you anything. How am I doing that? By asking you, how do you come to the conclusion of what is accurate?
I'm telling you how I
I'm trying
came
to
to the
understand.
conclusion.
Listen, you said that Google was out the picture, so I'm trying to see how do you what's your method to come to the conclusion of what is
And
true and
so
accurate?
So if I answer that and you telling me no, I can't answer it like that,
I'm not gonna
then
say that.
what is that?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
do. When you
well,
do
first,
answer it, we gonna stick by
all right.
that method. This whole conversation. That's what I. That's what I'm
Okay,
asking.
so first we have to start with the transatlantic slave trade.
No, we're not talking about the transatlantic slave trade. We're talking in general. Just like, how do you know if something is true or not? Something is factual or fictional.
Oh, okay. So first off, all you have to do is go back and start looking at what you've already been told. Then start breaking it down by history. The same thing is like they told us that black people own slaves. Then you start going back and look at the first thing that the white tea people, what they do
Did you
is they
graduate?
bring up the first thing they do is bring up Anthony Johnson. Go back and look up that timeline. First
Okay,
of
so
all, they can't even
timeline.
come up with a fact. They can't even come up with a factual, actual picture of him. Then you start going back and looking at the timeline and it shows during that time in Virginia, it wasn't even slaves. They were under a law that was indentured servants. So how did he own slaves?
So,
Come
okay,
on,
let's just use this. Let's just use this example because you're not really giving me a direct answer. So, let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about. So, how do I determine what is true? If I was to,
you're not
if some,
binding me though, right?
if somebody, yeah, no, I can't because you're not giving me a direct answer. So, let me
No,
say,
but you
just
are
give you an
binding me.
example. If
You
somebody
telling
was
me
to
I
ask
can't
me
answer the
that question,
question
how do
the
I
way
come
that
to the
I need to
conclusion
answer
of
the
what is
question.
true, accurate, and correct? I would say this. I would base it on observation, on objectivity, on replicability. I
But
would
that's
also
not
base it
how
on
I
the
came
science.
to that conclusion.
I'm
I
not
came
talking
to that
about you, but you're
conclusion.
not listening
I
enough
came
to
to that
understand that. I
conclusion.
said if somebody was to ask me that question, I would say objectivity,
But
replicability. I
that's
would
not
also
how
base it.
I came to
You're
that
still talking
conclusion.
while I'm talking. That's why it's so hard to have a conversation. But let's just get to your claim, right? You said that black people did not get over here from the transatlantic slave trade. How do we get over here, and how do you prove it with your method? Go.
First of all, it was impossible. It was
No, how did we
impossible
get over here?
if who was the richest man?
Are
I
you
mean,
answering how we got over
wait, no,
here
no, come on, come on. Yes, I'm answering the question. Who was the richest man in Africa during that time?
during what time?
Just where's the African that was over here before?
If you're
Mansa
referring
Musa,
to
Mansa
if you're
Musa,
referring
Mansa
to
Musa.
Mansa Musa, you need to know
Yeah,
what the date of Mansa Musa is you're going to be your timelines are going to be off.
how is that gonna be off? Let's
Okay,
explain
just
that.
okay. Tell us
Let's
how old
go.
Mansa Musa is.
What you mean? How old Mansa Musa is?
No, I said tell us when did Mansa Musa live? What
Doing
time? What year?
doing the 14 to 1500s.
Are you sure?
Shit. I can look it up on my other phone and
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you off the bat, you're wrong.
okay. So when was it?
It's the 1280 to
Was
1330.
that still before? Was that still before the slave ships got here?
When did the slave ships get here?
They told us 1400.
Okay, now what's your point?
Okay, so he came. His brother came here way before that.
Okay, now what? How do we know this?
Wait. Not only
Hold on,
that.
you muffle.
Not only that.
Take your thumb from away from your mic.
We already have pyramids that's already here in America.
How do we know that Mansa Musa brother came to America? How can we prove this?
African history tells us that.
How does African history prove this? Not just what they say.
The same way Google is what they say.
So the same way Google is what they say. Google is a search engine. Google doesn't say anything. Google searches the whole
Yes,
internet.
it does because you can get 3 different responses off of Google by asking 3
No,
different questions.
I don't think you know what Google is. This is Google.
Bro, I use Google all the time, man. Come on,
Well,
bro.
how come you can use it all the time, but we can't use it? You see how disingenuous y'all are? This is
I'm
Google right
not.
here. This is all Google is. Google don't give you nothing.
Okay, so let's ask Google some questions since you got Google up. Then let's prove this.
Let's prove it.
When did Mansa Musa? Let's start off from there. Let's start off from Mansa Musa. Let's start off from when his brothers first started bringing blacks over here to America.
Did Mansa Musa brother come to America? There is no definitive historical or archaeological evidence to prove that Mansa Musa's brother, often identified as Mansa Abu Bakr II, ever reached America?
What year did Mansa Musa brother make it to America?
Oh, okay. So if it said that he didn't come to America, you think it's going to give us a year that he came?
Exactly. See, this is what I'm saying. When you say that you can't ask Google a question and it give you three different answers. Listen to what I'm
Possibly
saying.
the coast of Brazil or the Caribbean, around 1312.
1312.
All right. I don't know what you. Hey, that's not Google, but it says
That's
mainstream.
Google.
I'm on it
Pull
right
me up
now.
on the big screen. Pull me up on the big screen. That's
I got
Google.
it. I got the same thing. I got your question verbatim. What year did Mansa Musa brother come to America? It says mainstream history states that Mansa Musa's brother never made it to America.
What year did Mansa Musa brother make it to America?
Mansa Musa's brother Abubakari II is believed to have sailed from Africa in 1311, potentially reaching the Americas around 1312, according to some theories. However, many historians view this as a legend, with no definitive proof.
Okay.
So that goes back to the question that I asked you. How do you prove this claim? Because I don't know if you heard the operative words in there. Believed, potential, not
Well, that's where we
definitive.
go into question. That's where we go into question. That's where we not only just go into question, but we start using common sense. Because listen,
Oh, now you want to use common sense. Listen, there's no proof. You got to
wait.
drop it.
No. Okay, so where's the proof that the transatlantic slave trade actually happened?
Okay, let's do that one then. Go ahead.
Let's
Do
do
your
that.
Google. I want to hear it. Go ahead, talk to it.
Where's the proof that the transatlantic slave trade actually happened?
The transatlantic slave trade is well documented with commercial records, government documents, DNA studies, and archaeological findings. It's recognized as the largest forced migration in history.
There you go. Now let's go from there. Oh, no. Because listen to what they just got finished saying. All we got to
let's
do is
just
just
do the
break that
whole. Let's
down.
just do the whole
All
live
we got
like
to do is
this.
break that down, and we know that that's a complete lie.
So let me guess. Everything that it says is going to be in my favor is going to be a lie, and everything that it says not in your favor
Well,
is going to be.
let's start off with in your favor. Let's go from there then, and then we'll break that down point by point, and I'll show you it's a lie. Let's go.
Okay, so you gonna do it with your Google.
Not only are we gonna do it with the Google, we're gonna do it with common sense. I
No,
only
we
said
don't.
though.
You
I know
don't.
for a
You
fact.
don't. Is common sense common?
Not to
Then what make
everybody.
you think you got it?
Obviously not. But let's go.
Well, I'm trying to
Let's
tell you.
go,
So we
bro.
can't go
Let's
off
go.
common
Let's
sense,
go, man. Let's go. Come on.
brother. You've already. Let's just take a pause real quick. I got. Let me introduce my guest real quick. Appreciate you. We're just taking a pause. I don't want to leave my guest waiting that long. We'll get back to it. The melanated, never ending. Appreciate you coming up here. Go ahead and just you can expound on what you've heard so far, or the backdrop or whatnot. I don't want to leave you hanging out. Appreciate you for coming up.
Yeah, what's up? I'm glad y'all having this conversation and y'all ain't on here doing the most. Like, I mean, it's a debate, you know what I'm saying? So, I understand or whatever, but like, it's just like ever since I even started researching, like even my history, like during like, you know what I'm saying, the pandemic and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, we got identity crisis in America, but like I'm American, so like this is all I know. Like I know my family history, I did my genealogy. I even did 23andMe actually when I was during the pandemic or whatever, because it was like a hype about that. But like just doing your research or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I started following the FBA thing or whatever like that, but it's like it's very controversial when it comes to that. But I feel like, you know, what's in you is what's in you. You know what I'm saying? All you have is your ancestors, your grandma, your grandpa, your great grandma, your great granddad. And it like where you from is what's in you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on you and it's in you. So I feel like like while we arguing about that, it's like you kind of, I'm not gonna say common sense like he was saying up there, but I feel like if you do your research, you can kind of know like where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they say we descendants of Africa, and it's already so many theories and stuff like that. And I gotta kind of agree with like even with the transatlantic trade. I'm not saying I disagree with that. Like that didn't happen at all. It could have happened, but also it's like I don't even really believe like, oh, all of us came out of Africa theories either, because it's like people were already here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I still do my research, but it's like I feel like we all confused. I'm not saying that people didn't come from Africa over here and they didn't bring Africans over here, but I also believe like it was people already over here too. So it's like, and white people wrote everything down too in books. Like they wrote what they saw when they came here. And it's like, who did you see when you came over here? Did you see copper colored people or did you see Asiatic Siberian people when you came over here? Who did
All
you
right,
really see?
let's take a pause because I'm pretty sure my guests, some of my other guests want to tap into what you said, and I appreciate you. And also,
Well,
I
can I
also
can I
want and I
respond?
also want to appreciate you, D Crane, for y'all having decorum and have a respectable live, even though if we have contentious perspective. Let Ja respond to the melanated, and then we'll get to Jason, we'll let Odette respond as well. Appreciate you, Ja. Go ahead, and respond to that.
My bad. I just came from the store. But yeah, you said something very important. You said white tea people wrote this stuff down, and then you asked the questions. What did they see when they got here? You could look that up in their journals. They tell you, and it's not us.
Well, I want to say this part too, because when you mention copper colored, and this is like this is
Wait
my
a
thing
minute.
right
Hold
here.
up. That's not true. That's
Hold on,
not true.
hold on, real quick. Let me just say this response. This is my thing right here. If we was playing basketball, I would beat y'all all in basketball. If we was playing chess, I'd beat y'all all in chess. I'm very, very, very competitive, and I hate to be corrected. So what does that mean? That means before I even came on this app, I studied for 3 years to make sure could now nigga fuck with me. I'm sorry, that's just how I am as a person. Everybody know me for that. So when it comes to copper color, who was the first European that documented this word? And in that context, what did he use it for? Right? A lot of us black people, we hear copper colored, we hear it was regurgitated online and try to attribute it to us because copper is a dark color. We know that we have high traces of melanin and we equate that to us. The man's name is Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. Right. This is the man who used this term firstly. And when he used it to describe those Asiatic people. And he also gave us other terms to let us know that these was the copper colored Asiatic people and not black people. But you also said something else. Damn it, I forget, I meant to write it down. Oh, you said you don't believe. And this is what we got to learn to keep our beliefs and separate them from actual knowledge. Belief means what you trust and have confidence and faith in. Its distinctions is
Yeah, it sound like this. You there, John? Can you hear me?
okay. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. I'm
Yeah.
finna run up the street real quick. Y'all hold it down. Can y'all hear
Oh
me?
yeah, because you had went out. But yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a call. Hold it down, some of y'all. I'll be right.
All right, bet. So yeah, to the what I forget your name already, but the melanated person. Right. So even your name is what's confusing you to be calling yourself the melanated person. You know, every animal, every plant has melanin, some form or another. So to utilize the word melanated and have it as a something that you identify with is something that has been a pseudo understanding that has been put in our community by people who look like us because they don't want to admit and acknowledge the fact that they originated in Africa, 500 years ago. Every black person in America, anybody that grew up in Detroit, Chicago, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Memphis, and you got this skin color, and you listen to soul and R&B music, you eating collard greens and black eyed peas and candy yams and all of this stuff, you are a black person. And again, it's not about the color of your skin, it's about where you're from, your origins. Yes, we've been here. All my people from Alabama, I'm actually going to Alabama in a couple of weeks. Then I'm going over to Texas after that because I got people over there. So, they've been there for years upon years. But that still don't take away the fact that we are African descendant people. Majority of our biology, our genetics, DNA is African. Majority, overwhelmingly. Now, yes, we do have some little mixture, but I always like to say it like this. Just because you put some sugar, white sugar, and some white cream in coffee, it doesn't make it hot cocoa. It's still coffee. Just because we do have, on average, 22% European DNA and 1% Native American DNA, it does not take away from us being African descendant people. Yeah. We just have this particular admixture. Excuse me, Jason. Let me finish my point. So, and then you got this guy up here talking about that the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen. And then again, when we have men, and this is the problem, the black man is so miseducated, and it's been this way, since our emancipation. And these people have ran away from being who they are. They've tried to, Noble Drew Ali told us that we were Moors. Yahweh ben Yahweh, William Clayton told us that we were Hebrew Israelites. Elijah Muhammad came and told us that we were Asiatic black man. And all of this shit, the White York came and told us that we some fucking aliens. You got grown black men out here talking about they Atlanteans, some bullshit, bro. And then they so anti-education, right? Because they believe it's a mainstream. There's this big old conspiracy to take the black man land, and from them. But when it comes down to it, excuse me, sis, can you go on mute? Yeah. So when it comes down to it, if you want to have this discussion and be academic about it, be honest about it, get your feelings out of it, and just have a real, true, deep conversation. At the end of the day, science is undefeated.
And that's where I'm agreeing. That's why I'm agreeing with you at, and that's why I'm agreeing with you at, because we are having the conversation, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm not. First of all, I'm not agreeing with what he's saying, talking about the Atlantic slave trade that happened. Like, I already know for sure that happened, and I'm educated. You know what I'm saying? My mama got her doctorate. I'm college educated, and I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody gonna deep dive, and I'm from the South, so if anybody gonna deep dive, and I come from a deep, I'm talking about like rooted, like on my own land in Florida, Alabama, like I'm deep in it. So it's like that. I disagree with what he's saying, but what I'm saying is like, what does that do? Like right now, like even when we talk about FBA. Right, and us being in America, that's all we've known. And like you said, you go to the collard greens, like that's all I've known my whole life is shelling peas and collard greens. Like that's in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like they be like, oh, y'all got an identity crisis. Where's the identity crisis? I know what I am. You know
let me tell you this. Let me give you an example real quick. Do you eat black eyed peas?
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like that's not something I normally have. I'm a big.
But is it a part of your culture? Is it a part of your, people who, people who eat black eyed peas, right? You know,
Yeah,
some
people
people who
eat
eat
black eyed
okra.
peas.
You
Yeah,
know, people who eat okra, and you know,
yeah.
even though it's not yams, we talk about the candy yams with sweet potatoes, but we you know call them this. You know, you being from the South, you know, I'm sure your people were a part of you know probably different denominations of church and spirituality, and some people caught the Holy Ghost, speaking in tongues, the way they dance, the way they shout. I'm talking about even if we from the street, some of us will pour out a little liquor for our homeboys. We use these particular words every day. Dip, boogie. We talk about all types of stuff. You know,
But
the way we
we also have
wait, real quick.
gores and
Let me. The reason why I'm giving you all of these examples of what we do every day as a collective, no matter what region of this country you're from, as a black person, you have so much in common with every other black person on this continent. And that's because we have a shared experience, we have a shared history. Yes, it does, you know, trickle down to more of our personal experiences, but when we talk about the collective, we all got them Southern grandparents. My grandparents, straight from Mobile, Alabama, moved up to Detroit, Michigan, back during the Great Migration. So again, I'm a country boy, but I'm a city boy. So you know, this is something that we all share, and not only that particular culture. That's what we call culture because we share the music. We share our history. We share the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we look. We share all of this stuff. But the biggest part that you know was happening with FBA and other people like this nigga up here talking about the slave trade didn't happen is the fact that they have been so disconnected from the continent of Africa because nobody in their family gave them any information, gave them books to read, talked to them about Africa and being a descendant. Now, of course, we're not, and I'm gonna land here because I know I'm long-winded. I'm gonna land here and I promise. So I know that we're not born on the continent of Africa, but at the end of the day, our DNA is still African, y'all. Period.
and I agree with what you're saying, but
Hold on,
I
hold on, hold
also
on.
feel
I'm
like
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you if y'all can hear me. Let me let Jason get in the conversation with us. He's been waiting for a minute just so we can have everybody that's on the panel in the bill, and then we'll get it back to you,
Come
Melanie.
on, man.
And then we'll get back to you, Crane, too, because I know you want to push back on some of these claims you've been hearing. Go ahead, Jason. Tap into this conversation with us real quick. And y'all don't make me have to put the time on. Let's try to keep it to where everybody can talk. You know, everybody want to speak and everybody is patient at the same time. Appreciate you, Jason.
No problem. Yeah, I just want to say that even if we were to grant a lot of the people who believe that there was pre-Columbian contact or black people living in the Americas before Christopher Columbus, even if we were to grant you all of that, let's say that the copper colored people were black. Let's say they were black, right? Now, why is it, right? Let's say there were people here, you know, who were living here, they didn't come out of Africa. But why is it that your DNA test results point you to Africa? Why is it? Why? How come you don't match to any of the DNA sequenced, you know, remains that we have in the Americas, like Kennewac Man, or you know, or Spirit Cave Mummy, or any of the
Gugela,
18,
Hyla, yeah,
right,
all of
or any of the 18 remains found in like the Brazilian rainforest? None of those are matched with any of the populations outside of those people who you like to call Siberians in the Americas. Right? Those are the only people that match with those bones, but Black Americans don't. Right? Even if there were Black people here, you're not their descendants. Right? Let's even give it to you, which isn't true. Right? There weren't Black people here before Christopher Columbus, but even if they existed, right, and by some odd reason somebody observed them, you know, they had afros, they had wicks, you know, from the hieroglyphs you guys like to point to, but you don't match their DNA remains, right? You match with Africans. So what does that tell you, right? What is the significance of that? And you claiming their ancestry when it's not related to you?
Hold on, bro. Let me go ahead and y'all keep your talking points to respond to that. I'm pretty sure y'all got something y'all want to say to that. Let me go and invite Sam Mac to the conversation. Appreciate you coming up here. And if anybody in the chat, if y'all want to tap in with this conversation, y'all welcome to come up on here. This is a respectable panel. We're making sure we give people ample time to speak. Go ahead, Sam, tap in with this conversation with us, and then we'll open up the panel. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, well, I just want to say that while my in-laws have been here, came over 1526 619, we still have roots in Africa. and I'm proud that they made that transition, and they were able to share with they other brothers that was in with the brothers and sisters in with from different tribes, and they learned each other's language. And we benefited because we're good at making adjustments, and we shouldn't lose that strength of character that's ingrained in us, in our DNA.
Thank you, bro. That's real.
Can I go now? Is it my turn now?
Yeah, we got a new panelist coming up. Appreciate your patience, Crane, because I know it's taking a lot from you. Let me let the six go ahead and tap in with this conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a timer so that way we can keep it brief. And I appreciate you, Sam Mac, for that. My bad. I'm losing my words. I'm good. But go ahead, six.
Yeah. I'm listening and I'm reading the comments. Eventually, these individuals have to come out of the fantasy world. Because according to every time we present stone hard cold facts, they have an excuse. Martin Luther King was misled. Malcolm X hadn't been awakened yet. The DNA companies are liars. The historians are liars. The scientists are liars. The archaeologists are liars. Every time you have some missing excuse, they burn down the real information. They hid it. It's in the Smithsonian. It's in the Vatican. I mean, all of these fairy tales and liars, and and these guys don't come to the actualization of what really is. Everything is not lying. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a goddamn African. So let's stop this shit. So when we offer up the evidence, there's might be, when we say there's no human remains across the American hemisphere to prove that your black asses was here. You guys, they haven't searched everywhere yet. All of these human remains, and they haven't found one proving that you've been here more than 500 years. But they can find all of these human remains proving that the Amerindian been here 10,000 years. You can't prove that you was here 1,000 years. Like I said, the anthropology, what language would you have spoken? It couldn't have been English, even though some of you will claim that. All of this weird stuff in order to stay away from Africa. Like the truth is right before your face. You're from Africa, people. All of this weird stuff my grandma said, never the grandpa. My grandma said the genealogy doesn't even take you back past 1526. You don't find genealogy records going back that far proving you was here. You niggas is indigenous to TikTok, not America.
Is it my turn now? Please, can I respond? Can I get 2 minutes, please?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
go
got you.
ahead, man. You
Yeah,
got all the time you want.
let me get his time. I'm gonna give him 2 minutes, but I'm gonna start at 30 seconds in, so you get like 2.5. Go ahead, respond, y'all. If y'all want to respond to something, you say just take your talking points because we do want to let everybody get around to them.
First
Appreciate
off,
you,
we got
Craig.
to start off. First off, we got to start off from here. How is it that black people, aboriginals from every continent across the globe, except for America? Please explain that. Then tell me, how did all these pyramids get over here? Why is it that they done blocked off half of the Grand Canyon? So you can't even get over there to find out what they done already discovered over there. Bro, whenever you start even talking about our history, first off, let's just even start off when we start. Dude said transatlantic slave trade happened. That's the most phallus bull corn ever on the face of the planet. And listen, it goes against all knowledge. It just goes against every principle of a lie. All you got to do is use common sense. How during that time you gonna transport 200, 100, 50, 25 people during a time when you couldn't even hold water at sea past 2 weeks? Explain that. Explain to me how it is you got all these people. I done poo-pooed on myself. I work construction. I done poo-pooed on myself. And within the end of the day, hell, I done had a rash. But yeah, you mean to tell me in the bottom of a ship, you done went 3 months and you done made it all the way across from Africa, across the Atlantic, all the way into America? Bro, at some point you got to start using common sense. Anybody know anybody? If you own a sailboat, if you ain't ever, I owned a sailboat. The whole point of a sailboat is to keep the weight of the boat light. You know I done worked offshore. You know how many people it's gonna take just to be able to survive for a week for 10 people? How much water, food you gonna need? But you mean to tell me you was able to do that for 3 months at a point, but you couldn't even provide water for 2 weeks? The whole point of the transatlantic slave, when you start breaking it down, it don't even make sense. Now, let's start. Your grandmother, your grandfathers told you that we derived from here. Let's go back. They told us and the CIA gave us a story through Roots. Go back and go and break that down through Alex Haley and see exactly how that story lined up.
All right,
Hell, they sued him. They sued him for plagiarism from a story that was supposed to come from his own family, from a white man. Bro, when you start breaking all this stuff down, it don't make sense. Go back and go and look at the history. When you start
all right, I just looked down your time.
hold up.
Go ahead and wrap it up for us, and then
I'm supposed to have hold up. That wasn't even a minute. It
was more than a minute.
Let's even go back and go and look at the history over in Virginia.
Is you wrapping it up real quick, brother? Because your time is
man,
up.
go ahead, bro. Cause y'all ain't trying to hear me, man. Go ahead.
All right, I had a very important question.
I mean, your time ran out, brother.
Yeah, I had a very important question, and I kind of thought it was hilarious. So the idea of a transatlantic slave trade is far fetched, but you believe in a book where a nigga built a boat and put 2 of every animals on that very boat, both carnivores and herbivores, and the carnivores didn't eat the herbivores on that boat. That sounds more believable to you? Make that make sense. You said use common sense. You believe in a book about Noah's Ark. Like, are you serious?
So
you trying to tell me
remember, try to refrain. Try to refrain from asking long-winded people questions because they definitely gonna expound on it if you let them. So we'll just say that was a rhetorical question. You can continue.
Can I please ask a
Yeah,
question?
hold on. And then after this,
Let me answer that.
Hold on, y'all. Let me
answer that.
Yeah, that's why I say don't ask me no questions. Go ahead, I'll give you 1 minute to respond.
If it's so rhetorical, then why is it that everybody is so quick to debate what that book says and not the actual history of what these people, where we came from? Like at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. If you line it all up, it doesn't make sense. We all derived. No, I'm not never saying that we didn't come from Africa. Yes, we came from Africa. I'm telling you, we ain't came here on no damn slave ships. That's idiotic.
But you also not telling us how we got here, though, because you can't do that.
I told you we came here from Mansa Musa brother.
No, but you didn't prove that. And then when we looked it up, it was disproven.
So I did. Yes, we did look it up, and yes, we came here in the 1500s.
Well, I mean, can we go with? It says. Let's say
you're still from Africa.
Let's say we did come from Mansa Musa's brother. How did Mansa Musa's brother get here?
He used 250 some odd ships. And listen,
but you just said it was impossible.
No, this wasn't even ships.
Wait a minute, we're getting the contradiction. You said it was impossible to travel by ship.
Listen, at the time that was not ships. They telling you that they had cargo ships. These were
no, they didn't.
Okay, bro, go ahead. I'm gonna just digress.
Can I show something?
We still have the
hold on real quick. All right, y'all. I'm back in the mix. Let me we got Rags putting the hand up. Go ahead, Rags. Step into the conversation. That way we got everybody in the mix. And then we gonna let Black present, and then we're gonna get to Melon because Melon been holding it down for us. Go ahead, Rags.
Hi everyone. I'm Brad from.
You say what, Crane? You can't wait no more. You impatient, more impatient than everybody else on the panel who's on mute. I wonder why.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rad from South Africa, and I have a question for Mr. Crane. My question is:
no! Don't ask him no question.
Okay.
Just speak, because I don't want him to ask. to answer.
Okay. Can I make my submission, host?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I think it's crazy that he's sitting on this panel trying to fabricate stories about him not being from Africa, but his entire argument is built on erasing the history of his own ancestors. I mean, white supremacists have
Wait, he
said,
just said that I said that I wasn't from Africa. I never said
oh
that.
my God.
I said that we originated from Africa. We didn't come here on no slave ships. How many times I gotta say that?
Okay, it's fine. But it's funny, it's funny to me how, panels, but then my question is then, if you're not from Africa, if you claim that you are African, but you didn't
I
come here on
never
slave
said that
ships,
we
then
not from
how
Africa.
okay, now I'm done. I'm done.
So we still have the same problem, right? Regardless of how we got here, we still have the same problem of coming by ship, which it was claimed that we couldn't have come by ship. But even if they came by a different type of vessel owned by Mansa Musa or his brother, we still have the same problem of water. The claim was made that you could not preserve water for over 2 weeks. So if the Europeans couldn't do it, how did the Africans do it?
Right. So again,
They
we
didn't
know
do that.
that
No. The way that they did it was through a copper system. The copper system was a
who
system that
system?
they had already invented already in ancient in
What
Egypt.
system?
That's how.
What
Listen, in
system?
Egypt, that
Put this. What system? Say that word again. We can't hear you. So I'm asking. You said they use a particular system. Can you write that in the chat so we can look this up? We can't hear you, Crane. You underwater. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay. Can I present, please? Can I present real quick?
All right, my bad. Here I go. Yeah, I got you, brother.
Yeah, because this man just making up shit. Okay, so for everybody that's
said, can you
listening
hear
to
me
this,
now? Can you
yeah,
hear
we
me
can,
now?
but we moving
Okay,
on,
so
Crane.
during that time, what they did was they
Hold
held
on.
water through a copper
Hold on. You're
system.
not gonna let him present?
All right, man, bro, come on,
Yeah,
But you don't got no patience,
yeah,
and this is the reason. Like this is a stereotype with y'all. Y'all never have no patience for other people to talk. You the only one doing it.
bro. How I've been talking, man? I've been muted. Come on, man.
No, he's presenting right now. You the only one coming off mute to talk. Everybody been muted. Ain't nobody crashed out but you. Go ahead,
right.
Doc.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So, Lloyd's of London has been around, like it says here, for over 330 years. So that goes back to, and for y'all who don't know what Lloyd's of London is, it's the oldest insurance company in the world, older than the United States of America. The United States of America only turning 250 years this year. But Lloyd's of London has been around way, way, way before. So Lloyd's of London, this is a letter. You can go on their particular website and look at this particular letter. It talks about how Lloyd's has a long, rich history dating back over 330 years. Brad, can you please go back on mute? But there are some aspects of our history that we are not proud of. In particular, we are sorry for the role played by Lloyd's market in the 18th and 19th century. That's the 1700s and the 1800s for the dummies, right? Slave trade. Again, slave trade. They are apologizing for the role that they played in the slave trade,
Shut the
sir.
fuck up, you
So
nigger.
here you go.
Nigger.
Y'all can't be letting these stupid people up, but your mama's a nigger. Fucking sissy. Get off the panel. Thank you. So this was an appalling and shameful period of British history, as well as our own, and we condemn the indispensable. Why y'all keep on letting this clown up? Who's doing that? Thank you. So, in acknowledging our own history, we also remain committed to focusing on the actions we can take today to shape our future. Now, again, I'm not going to read this entire thing, but this is where people like this D. Crane person, right, who will not, cannot show any primary source that denies the transatlantic slave trade. If the insurance company, because again, that was a business, the Lloyd's of London insured, I think, over 33% and upwards of every vessel that crossed the Atlantic, and everything on those particular vessels, mainly the people, the merchandise, the animals, the human cargo, and so on and so forth. And they paid out millions and millions of dollars because these people were doing the kidnapped Africans were not surviving the trip across the Middle Passage. So again, when we have an uneducated person who gets up on a panel and try to use common sense as a way of teaching somebody about historical facts, follow the money. Don't listen to this clown. Follow the money.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, you can respond to that, but just keep your talking point. I want to let Melanie speak. They've been on pause for a minute. Melanie, you can
Now listen, the whole thing comes from us getting our history.
bro, shut up, bro. You being rude, bro. I literally just said I'm gonna let Melanie speak because they've been on mute the whole time. You can respond, but you gotta wait. Let's share the panel, bro. It's not just you up here.
Man, my bad. I thought you said it was me next. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I said you can respond, but let Melanie speak. You got other people that's been patient on the panel who ain't been coming off mute because they have some type of self-control. You don't gotta be off mute for that. Melanie, you still here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, tap into the conversation with us. I appreciate your patience.
I'm agreeing with all of y'all, and I'm just, I'm still doing my research. You know what I'm saying? Like, like he said about okra and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I also know that my family cultivated corn, and my grandma had gourds hanging from the tree. So squash and pumpkin and cornbread, like that's us too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I disagree with what Six said. Like, oh, they lying about DNA tests. They be lying to us all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it don't take a genius to say that a crocodile and a bird descended from dinosaurs. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about education and we talking about researching and we talking about like actually being like not even using common sense, but actually doing your research, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real. I'm an atheist. Like, I don't believe in none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that whole like Hebrew Israelites. I don't believe in none of that. All I know is what's in me. I know about my chemistry makeup. I know I come from what the stars and stuff made up of. So it is what it is. And I know when I leave, I'm gonna go back in the ground, and I'm made of carbon and water and all of that. But just to make a long story short, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We got roots in Africa. They say everybody from Africa, you know what I'm saying? But like in America, I'm in America. That's who I am now. Like that's my culture now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a garden right now. I got okra in my garden. I also got watermelon. Watermelon ain't came from no Africa, so it is what it is. Like, we can be amalgamation of all of that. You get what I'm saying? You said what?
Where watermelon come from?
Africa.
Oh yeah, we gotta double check that one.
we can double check it. We can
watermelon definitely come.
Watermelon
is indigenous.
It's so crazy
to
that you had said that. It's so crazy that you had said that. I just be kind of like, I be having some forethought about some of this shit. But you good.
American. That's what I meant. American.
But
That's what I
can you
meant.
point me? Can you point
American.
me something?
So
So
nothing
you
was
know, this is a
wrong
good
before our.
conversation. This is a good conversation. I am going to let. So I am going to be a little bit biased to D Crane, not just because he don't have a much patience or emotional regulation, but because he is the only antagonist that we really got on here right now. So I do want to give him some time to give us some talking points to rebuttal on. I did want to say this because I was busy, but I did hear his first talking point. We said all these black people are indigenous, right? So and he talking about the indigenous people and how they're dark skinned. This is what we got to understand. These words actually have definitions to them. When you're talking about black people, it's not a color, not solely. Right, it's like Black was telling you. It goes back to a geographical location, and Black means this is verbatim the definition, at least the Oxford, the dark skinned group of people of sub-Saharan African origins or descent. So, in order for you to be Black, the racial group classification that we coined in the mid 1900s, it means that you have an ancestral connection to Africa. Right, which we all understand that. Now we talk about all people come from Africa and they migrate out. The difference is you have three different migrations: 75,000 a year, 55,000 a year, and a 40,000 a year. These migrations populate what would be like the Melanesians, the Australians, the people who end up being coming into America 15, 30,000 years ago with the Native Americans who go over to East Asia and the Europeans. We have not been over here but 500 years maximum. 500 years max. So when we say all people come out of Africa, the distinction is these people have been out tens of thousands of years and we ain't even been out 1,000 years. So this is the reason why we're Black and everybody that migrates out of Africa's life created out of is not.
I want to
But
say I
let me
disagree with
before.
that definition of black
Well, how are you going to disagree with a definition?
because it's categorically inaccurate in regards to what it represents.
Where are
Saying that
you
all
getting your
sub-Saharan,
definition from?
or just the historical usage and the contradictory nature of that definition.
All right, so just pull it up. Just pull our definitions up on the screen,
No, no,
and
no. I'm
then
saying that the only way to define black is socially and phenotypically. It's not defined by geographical location. Saying that all
I'm
sub-Saharan populations, saying that black people are just
just gonna
descendants of
pull it up.
sub-Saharan populations is just inaccurate because there's no reason to look at two different distinct sub-Saharan populations like Niger Congos or Khoisans and then say that they're the same racial group.
Oh, that's the
Uh,
census.
yeah,
They are the
right.
same race. They are the same racial group.
No, there's no reason to say the Nigerian and a Khoisan are the same race. There's no reason to say that.
They are the same race. You're
Why?
conflating ethnicity though. But I got you
No,
though.
I'm not. I'm not conflating the same ethnicity. Like genetically, there's further distance between a Khoisan and a Nigerian than like let's say that
Uh,
same Nigerian
Race don't have
that's
nothing to do with genetics though.
but that's what I'm saying though. So just geographical location, there's no reason to say okay, a Nigerian is culturally, linguistically, or any of that similar to a Khoisan. There's no reason to say that. Like
Yeah, there's no reason to bring up genetics when it's based on region, and that region is
right.
sub-Saharan Africa.
Right, but race has nothing to do with your like geographical location. Right? You
It
can be
does.
living.
It is.
In the
Okay. Okay.
United
Well,
States of America, it does, Jason. Stop with the fucking caveats, man.
No, it's not a
We in the
caveat.
Western Hemisphere,
I
excuse
think I
me,
put it.
really
Where is
quickly.
that shit
We
at?
are in the Western Hemisphere. We are
You
under
going up?
this Anglo-Saxon rule. These people,
Why does
we're
that matter?
speaking
It can
their
still be
freaking.
contradictory.
Calm down, Jason. Calm down. We're
I'm not.
speaking their language. We're speaking their language. These words that they've created
Oh, you talking to
have
me?
Sure.
definitions, and we following those particular definitions because you don't agree
Right.
with them. That's on you. Race is a
No, but it's
social
just wrong
construct,
though.
but it's also, excuse me, Jason. Race is a social construct. We know that, but it's also a social reality. People look at race and think that race is very important in how they identify themselves. Look up Pew Research from January of 2022 about black and what it means to be a black person. It'll tell you overwhelmingly, black people look at the fact that they race is called black. It means a lot to them. Very important, absolutely important, and somewhat important. Very few, 3%, 5% say that it doesn't mean anything to them. So race is absolutely fucking important.
Right.
Stop bullshitting.
I didn't say it wasn't important. I just said that your definition of it is categorically incorrect.
Is
I said that
not.
it's
It's the
contradictory in nature.
it's the definition that are part of the Webster Dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary,
That's
every
fine. It can
dictionary,
still be wrong.
listen, Jason,
I'm
every
listening to
freaking
you.
dictionary, and even going back to medieval Britain or English times, you will find a word black because it's an English word. Are you?
That's fine.
Fuck, this is
It's
crazy.
okay. I didn't say they didn't exist socially. I just said that your definition of what black is incorrect.
It's not his definition. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Oxford's
Okay,
definition
damn.
is
I was like, where
incorrect.
the hell is this definition at? Yeah, it's not my definition. It's the definition. You're trying to redefine it from some personal reasons. But yeah, like I said, verbatim, dark-skinned group of people, especially of sub-Saharan African origins or descent. But look right here at the second part that's highlighted. Because this is the main part where you're talking about socially. As a preferred designation, especially of North Americans of African origins, black gained acceptance in the late 1960s, rapidly replacing Negro.
That's
Can you
fine.
put me up? Can you put me up on the big
Right.
screen? Because I have
Yeah,
the
put a
rough
source up.
definition.
I'll put you on the big screen.
I got you. Go ahead.
Right, but that has what you just pulled has nothing to do with what I'm saying, right? I'm saying that the how it's defined, right, is actually just inaccurate to reality. Yeah, race doesn't exist like at all. Like reality, race doesn't exist, but socially, yeah, sure, it's a social reality. That's fine, right?
Reality,
But
race exists
because it's
socially.
socially, right? Because it's defined socially, right? Automatically, the terminology that we're using automatically makes it inaccurate by using a geographical location. Right, there's plenty of
What's the
people who live
dictionary say?
geographically. There's plenty of people who live geographically in sub-Saharan Africa that you would not call sub-Saharan African populations.
We
For
didn't say
example,
live there.
Boers.
It says origins or descent.
Yeah, that's fine. There's people who have genetic origins in sub-Saharan Africa who are not black.
Who?
Khoisan people.
Khoisan are black.
No, they're not black.
Okay, who says who?
Says
They are.
says
Yes,
how
they
you
are. I'm
define
from
it.
South Africa. They are.
That doesn't matter. You
I'm
can
from
be
South
from anywhere.
Africa.
I'm from Botswana. It doesn't matter. It
If
doesn't
you're from
matter.
sub-Saharan Africa, you are black.
No, that's not how that works. There's plenty of
Okay, well
populations.
look, I just find a source that agrees with you. Are Khoisan black? Yes, they're black.
Continue reading. What does it say?
It says yes, they're black.
No,
It
keep
says
reading.
genetically anthropology, Khoisan are indigenous black Africans.
No, indigenous. That doesn't mean that they're black. You're saying indigenous doesn't mean that they're black.
It says that. It says black
Why
Africans
are they black? Why are they black?
Drop
because
this
they're
clown, man.
sub-Saharan
Swear,
Africans.
bro.
But why are they black? I want you to explain to me why they're
Because
black.
they are sub-Saharan Africans.
Right, but you realize how that's a circular definition.
No,
Circular
it's the
definition?
definition.
Are you a
It's a circular
I
definition.
mean, you acting like you are. I mean, you come across as a very articulate person, but in all reality, you will what we call a pseudo. I mean, a sophisticated pseudo. You're a person. You're a contrarian. You're a person that you're obviously born in America, although you may be from Botswana, or wherever you just said you're from. You're absolutely Americanized. But here it is. You're trying to take away from definitions, words that have been around for centuries with their particular definitions.
That's not what I'm doing.
In this particular complex that you are illustrating in front of all of us, you're trying to make it seem like you know better than everybody else. The word black has several. Listen, Jason. The word black has several different meanings. When it comes down to a people, place, a people. And when it's talking about black people, it's not talking about the color of your skin, because we know phenotypically dark skin is not only for Africans or African Americans. Many people along the equatorial line has black or dark skin. However, to be a black person over here in America means that you are a person with African origins. It's more specifically Western, Central, and Sub-Saharan Africa. That's the definition. You cannot fucking change it, bro, because you don't like it. Are you hearing me?
Right. So what I'm telling you here is that by your definition, Khoisan should not be black. Right. By your definition,
What part of this definition says that?
By my definition, Khoisan people
you
are
don't
black,
get to have
right?
a definition.
I do get to have a definition because my definition.
No, you don't.
Is
you don't define words. Are you speaking your own language?
Okay, let me explain it to you this way. Niger Congos and West Africans are not from Sub-Saharan Africa, right? They split along the Nile in the Sahara. They're not Sub-Saharan. How are they a Sub-Saharan population?
Wait, hold on. What did you say?
Niger Congos are not from Sub-Saharan Africa, right? They split with the Nilotics 28,000 years ago along the Nile Valley.
28,000 years ago. Do you hear yourself?
Yes. Yeah, 28 to 12,000 years ago, they split from Nile-Saharan population.
You funny, man.
They recently went into West Africa. Okay, for the vast majority of their existence, they've been in the Sahara. They're not from Sub-Saharan Africa. What makes them Sub-Saharan?
You said 28,000 years. Okay. All right.
What makes them Sub-Saharan?
Okay, let me let Chase respond to that, and then we'll get back to the actual pseudo, and then we'll get to the pseudo intellectual.
I mean, again, with that said, All I simply say is that black people are people indigenous to Africa. So with that said, the Khoisan, they are indigenous to Africa, just like the people of Niger Congo, just like the Nilotes. These are all black people. Or, as history has known them, Ethiops, land of the burnt face. Some might even say Sudan, Bilad Sudan, land of the black face. You know,
Okay.
even Zanzibar. So these are
Okay.
still
What
all
about
black people.
populations? What about populations that have been living in North Africa who are primarily Western Eurasian descent for thousands of years?
What
Would they
about
not be
them?
would they not be
European.
indigenous to Africa?
What
No,
about them?
Would they not be
Go-
indigenous to Africa?
That's
Jason, we already
rhetorical. That's a
have the.
rhetorical question. But why are you bringing it up?
And
I'm bringing it up
Jason,
because the definition is flawed. Just saying indigenous to
No.
Africa doesn't mean
You
anything.
didn't. You
You're not
didn't.
referring to black
You
people.
forgot the definition already.
No, I'm using
right? Do you
Chase's
not know
definition.
what
I'm not using your definition. I'm using
indigenous?
No,
Chase.
no, don't use
Chase said
Chase
indigenous
Hold
definition
to
on.
because
Do you
Africa.
know what
Well,
because Chase was.
I'm talking to Chase though, right?
No. Don't use Chase definition because now you're trying to cherry pick the scholarship.
No, I'm not cherry picking
Sub-Saharan.
scholarship. I'm addressing each person on why your definitions don't work.
The definition is sub-Saharan African.
Right, and that's
Sub-Saharan
wrong.
African is not
Niger
wrong.
Congos, West Africans are not from sub-Saharan Africa. They're not. Are you going
They
to tell me
are
West
though.
Africans aren't black?
Is West Africa below the Sahara?
No, they're not from. They're not from West Africa.
That's not a direct answer.
That is a direct answer. They're not
Is
from West
West
Africa.
Is West Africa below the Sahara Desert?
70% plus of their genome is North and East
Yeah,
African.
and then
They're not from
notice
West
what you
Africa.
got to do. Let me just let you know what you're doing right now. You're making an anachronistic mistake. So what we're using is the current modern day definition. You're trying to apply the definition to a people over 28,000 years ago who wouldn't use the definition anyway.
They wouldn't be speaking English anyway. We're talking about history.
Exactly.
This is
So we're
anthropology. This is
speaking
biology.
English,
It
and
doesn't matter.
but we're speaking English. What language did they speak 28,000 years ago?
That doesn't matter. Why does this matter?
This is where you concede.
Right, but why does this matter?
What language? Because if you want to use the proper term, what they call themselves, we have to go to the language they were speaking 28,000.
I don't care what they call themselves because we're talking about biology here, right?
No, we're not talking about biology because
signals.
race has no biological context, and we're talking about race.
But that's my point. We're talking about indigenous populations, right? How are you defining indigenous versus not indigenous? You have to define that genetically, right?
We know what indigenous means.
That's not what indigenous means.
No, but you have to define it genetically, right? How do you then differentiate between an indigenous signal and a non-indigenous?
Words have particular definitions, right? Indigenous is a word that we understand was coined by Sir Thomas Browne, a man who used it to distinguish between the black Africans and the indigenous people of this land. And he defined that word as
I'm not talking about American indigenous people.
Excuse me.
You're trying to redefine words. It's making it hard to communicate with you.
Right.
I'm not trying to redefine it.
You don't have the authority. Although be it, language is not
it
static.
Can be wrong, though.
Excuse me, Jason.
It can't be wrong.
Right.
The word can be
absolutely
wrong.
He's
no,
absolutely
definition
wrong.
is what it is.
His argument is non sequitur. He has no argument again because you're not the person that can come in and change the definition. Society itself has to adhere. Excuse me, Jason. Let me give you an example. Like the word cap. We know cap is something that you put on your head, right? But in our hood, when we say cap, that means you're lying or it's some bullshit. So again, socially, we all accept this extra definition of the word cap, which is a cap that's on a bottle or a jar, a cap that you put on your head, a cap that you put on this or that and the third. But in our hood, when we say cap nowadays, excuse me, oh, that's Don Dada, my bad. When we say cap today, it's just another addition and shows how fluid language is. However, the society has to accept it and then start utilizing it. Just because Jason feels that to be a black person or Khoisan people are considered black under Western standards, Western definition of the word black, Jason, you're not this entire society. Yeah, don't call yourself black. It's cool. We got a whole bunch of niggas that look
That's
like
not
you.
What I said. Excuse
me.
Black.
We have a whole bunch of niggas that look like you that don't call themselves black, Jason.
What are you talking about?
Not the first, and you won't be the last. So again, to be a black person, again, by definition, the noun to be a black person means to be a person of sub-Saharan African descent. So again, let me move forward because again, we're not going to get anywhere. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to present. I'm trying to present.
I'm
hold on,
sorry. He just went on a tangent on
Jason,
things I never said.
Jason, you've been pissing me off since I've
That's
been in this
fine.
room. Shut up while other people are talking. We can't hear both of
I
y'all
just let him
talking at the
talk.
same time. Hey, bro, I don't know what you got going on, but you gonna chill. Cause I don't know who you think you talking to, but you need to relax.
Relax.
Let people finish their statement, and then you can speak.
He just
My
did.
goodness, you are listen, sensory overload. Okay? Chill out.
So, are you done, Dirty
Hey,
Dog? Are
hey,
you
see now
done?
you finna piss me off. See, I was
Right.
trying. I was trying. Shut up when other people were talking. It's not that difficult. You can wait.
Right. So again, let's move forward. This is a 500-year-old Inca. I think Don Dada, you said that Black Americans, African Americans, have been over here approximately 500 years ago, right? For 500 years. So upon arrival, people like Verasamo, Bartholomew de Casa, and what's the boy named Columbus. All of these people saw these types of people groups over here. 1710, there were a group of people who went to England, and they were called the of America. Let me show you guys this. So this is 1710. So we ask any of you who believe that you were here prior to 1492 to first show me a 500-year-old depiction of a person who looks like your ass that was here, and then show me a 1710 or something before 1700s that show that your black ass was here prior to being
Google does
enslaved.
that.
Excuse me, dummy. So again, I want to. I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear your contrarian submissions. I want you to pull up a source that can show that 500 years it was somebody that looked like you, sir, who was here prior to 1492. Show me this man in before 1492.
Well,
Show me.
I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy, and I can do that.
Yeah,
So
show
let
me,
me just
dummy.
let me just go back and put this up. So, how long have Black Aboriginal people been here in America?
Evidence suggests that Black Aboriginal people, or indigenous people of African descent, have been in the Americas for thousands of years, which is long before the transatlantic slave trade.
Hello.
All right, then do me a favor. Hold on. Let me do me a favor because I always wanted to run across one of these type of AIs. Ask your AI how are they defining black Americans?
He not saying black Americans. That's the problem.
I
He's saying
said
he
Aboriginal.
keeps saying,
I said Aboriginal.
hold on. I was speaking, hold on.
It's
He
like,
asked
oh.
it about black aboriginals. What is a black aboriginal? What is that?
Yeah,
He
okay,
already got the AI trained to say what he want the AI to say.
yeah,
So
but I want to see if I can beat this. I want to see if I can beat one of these AIs. Yeah,
I'm
so
about to figure
yeah,
that out.
so let's answer that. Like, how are you defining black aboriginals? You can ask it that, D Crane.
So, Black
Ask
Aboriginal across the globe
no,
has been black. It's
ask
been
the
black
AI.
people. I
Ask the
mean,
AI.
I'm just wait. But even before we ask AI, like
Oh
we gonna act like we
man.
don't know this, bro. I listen. I was in Australia.
Why do y'all do that?
Oh,
Why do
and
y'all
they
do
is so
that? Hold on.
hard, bro. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to
Yeah,
talk to
why
the
do y'all do
lady.
that? Why would we ask y'all to ask the AI that y'all want to talk to us about? We don't want to talk to you, nigga. We want to talk to that lady on that damn computer. That's who we want to talk to.
We want to talk to the
Ask the
white folks.
computer.
He said
Ask the
that.
damn
He
phone
say
or
we
the
want to talk to
computer.
white folks. That's the same thing you just played to make your point.
But they telling you the
Damn.
truth. I mean, but you don't
No,
want to
Okay,
let's
take
well
the
okay.
truth.
Well, if they telling me the truth, then why you calling them white folks?
let it tell us what a black aboriginal is. Let it tell us. Tell that
All right,
shit.
let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Damn.
Let's do
Thank
that. Let's do
you.
that.
Took us long enough.
All right. What is a black aboriginal?
Black Aboriginal typically refers to Indigenous Australians, which includes Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islanders. Historically, the term black was used to describe their dark skin, but today, many Indigenous Australians identify as black or black to emphasize their shared cultural identity.
Okay, so what is that?
And you see how they spelled it.
Australia. They ain't said nothing about America. Nothing about America.
But that's still
It's not.
okay. So wait.
It is not.
Yes,
the
it's the
same.
same. So hold up.
No, it is
Wait,
not.
hold up. Let's stop.
Damn, y'all.
Who
Hold
are
on,
the
hold on.
Aboriginals of
Hold on,
China?
before you go, how is it
Wait.
spelling black?
I said, who are the?
Use the terms
How is it?
Indigenous or Aboriginal. Instead, the country recognizes the Han Chinese majority and 55 ethnic minority groups, many of whom have lived in their regions for a very long time.
So we Australia now.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I
What
didn't
is
say
he talking
Australia.
about?
I said China, Asia.
No, I'm talking about what you
that
said.
black people are the Aboriginal. Asia admitted that we are the Aboriginals. Even Russia
First of all,
admitted
what are you
that.
talking about? They did not.
What
What
do
are you
you
talking
mean?
about?
Okay.
It
So
said
you sit up
Australia.
here. Okay. So let's go back
When
to
we
even
asked
Russia.
it about black
Let's
Aboriginals,
go back to
it
Europe.
said Australia.
Who were the Aboriginals to Europe?
So
Let's go back.
hold on. Listen,
Who?
because this is what I was saying before. Old buddy took us on a derail. When you got through talking about black Aboriginals, I wanted to correct you. That's why I showed you on the screen what it means to be black. I know you want to omit and disregard that, but you cannot do it. And let me actually pull it up on here because it does show what you're mentioning on here as well. As far as the Australians, but it's a distinction. Obviously, you're not Australian. You have no genetic, cultural, geographical connection to Australian. No, they are not.
Hold
And you
on,
got a
hold on,
Geechee
hold
on here who
on.
finna fry your ass now.
Now you bringing up my people.
Oh
What? Ain't the
man.
Geechee people ain't got shit to do with what the fuck you talking about? Stop. Don't bring them up and none of that shit, cause that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I'm
Is your
telling you
dog
that.
over there growling?
You know that's your growl. She said it's your dog over there growling. That's your signature.
Oh.
Soon as you said Geechee out here, I said man,
Ride or die, because I want to prove this wrong. I'm gonna stay on mute.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna get okay, yeah. Stay on mute real quick. I'm gonna let Jason respond to this what you've been hearing so far. But yeah, let me just let you know. I had the definition for black up. It meant sub-Saharan African origins of descent, and it showed that black Americans self-designated this term before you was even born. So when you talk about Australians, you're talking about a distinct group of people, and that's why I say you disingenuous, because if you was reading along with that, you would see that they spell black different. They don't have a C in how they spell black. But that's why I say y'all be so disingenuous to try to push y'all.
Wait.
Yeah,
You
because
Hold
when
said
on,
it
let me
said,
land. Let me land, brother.
real quick, because if you listen to the AI, when the AI read the definition or said what they said, it said black or black. So it had to be spelled differently. It's two different blacks.
Exactly. That's why I'm
But
telling
if
him he
that's
know
the
it.
case, then let's listen. If that's the case, who are Jews? Who are
Oh
Israelis?
my God.
Who
We
are
we
No,
keep
those?
going
no.
all over the world
We don't
about
need to.
other
We don't need to.
people.
Okay, let before you derail the conversation. Let's let Jason respond. I appreciate your patience, Jason. Appreciate your patience too, Sam. Mag. If you want to tap into this conversation, just let me know, Sam.
Okay.
Okay, so I need us to recognize that the reason why we need to redefine what the term black is defined by is
Oh, that's
because
you. No, we're not
hold on.
redefining the word
No, no,
because
no.
we're
Hold on.
not
You
the.
okay? Okay. You have to let me have my thesis, right? So I'm going to explain to you why I believe that the definition is incorrect and why it is contradictory and circular in nature, right? So first, right, by definition, it requires the populations to be indigenous to sub-Saharan Africa, right? There are only two, well, there's only one type of populations that is indigenous to sub-Saharan Africa. Those are hunter-gatherer populations, right? If we're looking at populations that we commonly define as black people, such as Nigerians, right, such as Senegambian populations, such as Nilotes, like Dinkas and South Sudanese people, who we categorically define as black people. These are not people from sub-Saharan Africa. They do not come from sub-Saharan Africa, right? They come from the Maghreb and the Nile Valley, right? The area in between there. They do not come from sub-Saharan Africa, right? So what makes them black if they're not from sub-Saharan Africa? Why do we define them as black? I'll tell you why. phenotypically. Black is defined socially and phenotypically. There are the accepted phenotypical features on the believable spectrum of Black people, right? This evolves all the time. This can change, right? There are phenotypes that tomorrow, socially can be like, hey, this isn't defined as a Black phenotype, and then that person wouldn't be considered Black anymore. This is not a hard science. These are things that are defined and accepted socially, and then those attributes are defined and then accepted by the people who are attributed to these things, right?
I mean,
Historically,
what
this has
else we
been white
gonna
people.
apply to black?
Hold
on,
on.
Frank. Let him land.
Historically, this has been applied to. This has been white people defining this, but Black people can also have had a role in defining who they are on their own, right? I personally believe, but by definition, right, phenotypically, right, all populations who display the Black phenotype that we have assigned socially, should be considered Black, such as Australasians, such as Melanesians, right? But the people in the Americas would not have been considered Black. They do not display a Black phenotype, right? They just don't, right? But yeah, there's no reason to consider West Africans such as Nigerians or Senegambians or any of these populations Black, right? Because they don't come from sub-Saharan Africa. They are from the Sahara. They're not sub-Saharan.
Okay.
Can I ask what is a black phenotype?
I don't really want to respond to
Can I
him because
respond to
he
that?
don't have any logic. I rather deal
Listen,
with the pseudo.
first of
Yeah,
all,
Oh my
because that don't
gosh,
make
it's
that
not
makes
pseudo.
absolutely
I
no
didn't send a
sense.
paper.
and we're
I
gonna
sent
talk
a
about
paper,
what's
a research paper,
It's okay,
talking
brother.
about
It's
how West
okay. You
Africans
don't
are
like
from.
the definition. Hopefully, you have a good chance of changing that definition all by your lonely.
It's not by my lonesome. It's literally how it's been defined historically.
No,
Before
it's
DNA was
not.
sequenced, before
Yeah, okay.
geographical
I
allocation.
don't want to get into it with you because you don't have any reasoning. You're trying to change the
I just
definition,
told you.
and you
I just
can't.
told you.
No, you didn't.
What didn't you understand?
I
black
didn't say that I didn't
literally
understand
described
anything.
Europe as being
Okay,
black.
then how
No,
do
we're
you
It
think
is
just
that is
moving. We're
then?
between
just moving
two
along
of the
because you don't make
blackest
any sense.
countries in
Yeah,
the
but
world.
that's
You're trying
again.
to
You said I don't make
redefine it.
sense,
You're trying to
but I'm
redefine
asking you what doesn't
the
make sense
term.
for you?
I didn't
I'm
say
asking you what
nothing
doesn't
didn't
make
make sense.
sense.
I said you
You
don't
just
make
did.
sense. You don't have any
Okay,
logic.
what did I say that doesn't make sense to you?
So I'm not going to get into it with you because you're trying to get entertained, and I'm not going to
I'm
entertain you
not trying to get
because
in there.
you're trying to
I want to
redefine.
understand.
You're trying to redefine a word that's already defined.
Okay, moving
Can
That's
on
I
fine.
now.
The
respond?
definition.
Please,
Can
Okay,
moving
I
thank
can I
you.
on.
get 10
All right.
seconds? Can I get 10 seconds?
No,
Be
you can get
quick.
more than 10 seconds. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, we don't even want to describe Egypt as being black, but it's between two of the blackest countries.
Wait. One
Stop.
second.
No, stop. I said
Who
give
is
me at
we?
least 10 seconds.
I just want to know.
10 seconds. I
I
didn't
just want to
interrupt
clarify.
anybody.
Clarify
I've
a
been
question.
quiet.
Who is
All right,
we?
all right, all right. And this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Instead of derailing the conversation to Egypt, because Egypt isn't black because they're in the Sahara, they're not sub-Saharan Africans, so they're not a part of that conversation.
So you mean to tell me I can't even respond to
No, no,
nothing?
no.
I can't
We don't.
say
You're not
nothing.
responding to
So
nothing. You're
all
trying
I
to start a new conversation up. So this is what we want you to stick on. You think that black people was in America prior to colonialism? Can you prove that? Let's just deal with that. Can you prove Mansa Musa brother came over here with any evidence, any
bro, we
objective
just got
evidence?
finished proving that on Google. Not
No,
only that, I mean,
No, Google disagreed with you. Google said that there was no evidence.
okay. First of all, let's
You can
just go
see.
with what. Come on, man. Can I
Do you concede?
respond,
You
please?
gotta get your panties out of bunch. So do you concede?
Come
Because
on.
Your Google said that there was no evidence for that. So how are you going to go about proving that there was black people in America pre-colonial?
Okay, so let's just go off of that. Say we don't have no proof. First of all we have to do is go off of the documented proof that we have right here in America. We can start right in Virginia. Go with the reclassification of black people.
Okay, so you got us in what is that? 1930s to make a claim 500 years, 450 years earlier? That's not going to prove it. Pre-colonial means you shouldn't be using any documentation because you're using colonizers' documentation to prove your claim. So when it says you people are indigenous, like Dirty referred to, it means that you was here pre-colonial, prior to any documentation. You should be able
So
to
that
prove that you
means
was here.
absolutely nothing we could say, nothing could actually prove that we were indigenous, even with the records, governmental records that prove that they went and reclassified us to keep from saying that we was indigenous aboriginals to this country. That's what you're saying.
So that's not what they say. But anyways, this is what I'm asking you. If you're saying that you is indigenous, by definition, it means you was here prior to any documentation. You should be able to prove that you was here without any of their documentation because the documentation is post-colonial. not
Well, we can do
pre-colonial.
that. We can do that simply off of the pyramids and mounds that they renamed as mounds right here in America. How did they get
Okay,
here?
okay,
How did they
bet
get
you're
here?
right.
Wait, no, stop. How did they
How
get
are
to
you
North
going to do that
America?
with the
How did
mound?
they? Come on, man. Why can't I talk,
You
bro?
can talk, but you have to answer a line of
Why you
questioning
fighting
because
so
you're
hard to
all over the
talk?
place.
God damn. Why
Because
you
you're all over
crying
the place.
about it?
So this is the thing. You can answer that with the pyramids, but how are you going to prove with these pyramids? They're mounds, but how are you going to prove with these mounds that you was in America prior to colonialism? How are you making a connection to black people?
Everybody else can talk, but I keep getting cut off.
How are you making a connection to these mounds and black Americans?
How are you not making it when it's
You're not
hieroglyphic
answering the question with a
evidence?
question.
No, I'm saying it's hieroglyphic evidence that shows it. So if we came from Africa, by even the Bible, biblical history Ethiopian history shows that we came from that era. We were spread about throughout the nations. How is it that these people have that type of not technology, but they have these structures here in different areas?
Once
How are
again,
they
sir.
here?
Once again, sir, prove the connection between these mounds and African Americans. Prove it.
Okay, let's go back to Google.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
How did pyramids mound
Can you,
get
sir,
here in
hold one
America?
moment? Can I ask you a
Egyptians
question?
used stone
No,
blocks to build the
that's
pyramid.
the wrong question. Your
No, you
question you're
can't.
asking is
You just
how
can't.
do
Hold on, Don. You can't just come up here thinking you finna just talk.
hold
We was
on.
already in
No,
the middle of a
I
conversation.
think that's a
My
friendly right there.
apologies.
No,
I
she
think that's
not.
a
She's not. She's
oh, she
not a
not a
friend.
friendly. Okay, just
No.
give us a second. We'll get to you. This is the question you need to ask. How are modern day Black Americans connected to the bounds in America? That's the question you
Exactly.
would be asking if you was
How
Jews.
are modern day black people associated with the mounds and pyramids in America?
I appreciate you for that.
Modern day Black people connect with American mounds and pyramids through efforts to reclaim history and culture. Some groups link the original builders to African ancestry, while others see these structures as symbols of an African architectural heritage.
Where did they come from?
It
And
keeps
it's
saying
not
African.
just listen, it's
She
not
said
just
efforts
in
to reconnect.
America. We talking about in South America too.
Let
We
me ask
talking
you.
about across the world.
All right, D. Crane, let me know if this is a good question that you may want to ask her as well. Um, what do scientists say the DNA of the human remains in the burial mounds belong to?
What do the DNA hold up, say that again?
You can phrase it however you want to.
No. I'm saying no, you said because I wanna say it the
What is the
same way you
DNA?
said
What does
it.
the DNA of the human remains found in the burial mounds belong to, or who does it belong to?
What burial mounds?
Any of them in North America?
What I mean, describe the burial
Cahokia,
mounds. What
Do
burial
Cahokia
mounds?
mounds. Do Cahokia mounds.
Who the Dokio mounds
No,
refer to?
Cahokia.
Who the Hokia mounds, burial mounds referred to in North America?
Hokia, also known as Hokia. Burial mounds represent the Mississippian culture. These earthworks, built between 1000 and 1200 CE, were part of a large, pre-Columbian city in present-day Illinois.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So
Let me pull it
wait,
up. Let me.
hold up, because you saying that not only in Illinois, but in Illinois, some of the very first Aboriginal schools of Black Americans actually started in Illinois.
Okay, so yeah, let me pull it up right here. So who? Oh, actually, yeah, I be tripping, bruh. I be using my shit like, oh man, hold on, let me
Hey,
go.
can I say something else? Can I say something else? But not only that, but California, who did they get their name off of? Nebraska. Where did they get their name off of? You go into the 50 states. Where did they get their name from? It came from Aboriginal blacks.
Huh?
Hold on. Who does the human remains found in the Cahokia mounds belong to? Let me see if it's.
Me.
So yeah, are you referring to Califia, Queen Califia, right? And I just want you
Yes.
to know you taking us
But now they said
all
that she was a mythical creature.
mythical, right? Written by a Spaniard, right?
But they said she was black though, right?
But
No.
it's still a myth. It don't even matter.
And it also
Well,
said that there was what's some shit gargoyles in that book too, didn't it? Or are you cherry picking scholarship because you like to
It
regurgitate
was
what you
it
heard
was
from
a it
YouTube?
was a no, it was a griffin.
Griffin, thank
That's
you.
what it was.
listen, I don't have to cherry pick anything because
Where
California
can I
put
find a
they
griffin? Hold
So
on,
you
hold on.
actually
listen, listen.
read that
Hold
book?
on, hold on, hold on,
Listen.
D.
Can I
D,
get
hold
can I get
on,
5
D.
seconds? 5 seconds?
No, D. Answer me this. If Queen Khalifa is real, where can I find a griffin? Are there any remains of a griffin if the griffins are extinct? I just want to know.
I don't I don't even know what that means, but obviously it
You don't,
definitely
you
exists.
have you read the book?
Wait, stop. Listen, what I'm saying is
One
obviously
No,
second,
what
my
I'm
bad, my
saying
bad,
is
my bad,
give
y'all.
me the proof. What I'm asking is for proof
My
that these
bad, y'all.
people actually exist.
Before we move on to the Griffin story, which we will get to,
can
and
I
then
get at least 5 seconds? 2
yeah,
seconds.
yeah,
2
that's
seconds.
what I said. That's what I said. But we moving forward, and
But
I
can
don't,
I
I
get
don't
2
want to.
seconds? 2 seconds. 2
Yeah, but
seconds.
before we move forward, because we skipping over this part with the Cahokia Mound story. So, right, what is the DNA found in the Cahokia Mounds? It says ancient DNA extracted from the Cahokia Mounds indicates that the builders were indigenous Americans. Analysis from the genetic material has helped researchers debunk the myth that these ancient metropolis was built outside and vanished civilization. This is what we got to go to right here. Genetic lineages, right? Geneticists have identified 4 of the 5 major New World foundings, mtDNA haplogroups, as A, B, C, and D. These lineage link the Cahokias directly to other indigenous American populations of modern Native Americans. So before I give it to you, because I know you don't know who the ABCD mtDNA haplogroups is, let me show you. I'm gonna talk it so I don't take too long. Who does the ABCD indigenous haplogroups belong to, and where do they derive? Why the fuck is it saying no internet connection? Hold on, my bad. Who does the ABCD mtDNA belong to, and where does it derive? So check this out before you go. ABCD mtDNA, it typically describes the foundational Pan-American mitochondrial DNA haplogroups, or refers to South Asian Americans. They belong to the indigenous peoples of America, and are the 4 major haplogroups in Native American populations. Where they derive, these lineages originated in Northeast Asia and Siberia, migrated over the Americas, over the Bering Land Bridge during the last ice age between 20,000 years ago. So this goes, and before we move on, you talked about the pyramids, or what they actually are, the mounds, they're burial mounds, and the DNA found from the human remains pulled from those mounds correlate to Native Americans, Amerindians, who migrated over Northeast Asia and Siberia 20,000 years ago. They are not genetically, biologically connected to modern day Black Americans. So you have to concede that point. Let's get to your next point so we can demolish it. No, actually, my bad. Let me let Trovial, get into the
Wait, hold up.
conversation.
You came up with this.
Just try to figure that out. Talk to Google about it. Go ahead. You can tap into this conversation, original. We'll get right back to you. I promise.
Of course you will.
Okay, so first of all, we're not related to Africans. We don't produce what Africans produce in science. I can show you the science. I can even display the science to you. You'll get mad, but it would be the facts.
I
They
won't get
have
mad.
genetic expressions that we don't have. We will never have babies that have to have things removed at birth. We will never do the things that Africans and Whitey people and Asian people and the Baroque people from India do. We will never have a pale-skinned child, which all of them do, and they said it's heavily, because I was speaking with Africans, they
Oh well,
said it
then I
was
guess I'm
heavily
African
in,
then. Shit.
they said it was heavily in Nigeria, and then there's generations of them in Tanzania.
Are
Okay,
we talking
so
about? Are we talking about
we can't
albinos?
do that.
Let her land, Danny.
We can't do that. Okay, we can't do that. Two of us cannot make a pale skinned child with blue eyes and blonde hair, or blonde hair, period. Okay, they do that. All right, and not only do they do that, because it is the science of inbreeding is where pale skin come from. Were you doing that since you like to be African? Because that's what caused pale skin. So these people don't come from us. Okay, and we don't do what they do, and they have done it generations, because pale skin has been on the earth for at least 6,000 years. Okay, so if we were the same, they would be over here too, being born of us, but they're not. Okay, I don't care that they're calling it a mutation. That is gene expressions. Everything that they produce is an expression of what is in them from their mother and from their father. That's science. That's how science works. Okay, so when they're creating claw hands and claw feet in one area of a place, and all of them do it, but they're not supposed to be all related, those are the same people. But hey, guess what? YT people do it too. Now, have you seen it in your family? I'm just asking. Okay, so if you've seen it in your family, then hey, maybe you are African. Okay, but I have never seen it in my family. Okay, and they grow horns. Then you can look up the horn man chat and ask it, what medical condition? Why are you laughing? It's a medical
Yeah,
condition.
because you
Why are
funny.
you laughing?
You funny.
Hey,
Why are
You're
you
do you have a
funny.
laughing? I
You're
mean,
a
do you
joke.
I
have
can
a
show it to you. It's a
do
Yeah,
you have a
please do.
significant?
medical
Do you have a
condition.
do you?
Please
It's a
do.
medical
Do it.
All right.
condition.
Do
It's
it
a
then.
med.
Pull it.
All
Pull
right,
it up. Hey, you can stop talking now. You pull it
hold
up.
on. Your time ended, but you was all over the place too.
Hold
So
one
what we will
moment.
have to
No,
do?
no. Y'all
No, just 1 second. Just 1 second. We're gonna definitely get to you because you got a lot of things to correct
Can I
it as
come
Hey,
well.
don't come
can I
off
come
your
back
mute
on
button.
that?
Hold
You
on,
was
brother.
done.
Hold on, brother. Let me talk to her. Family, damn. You notice you the main one doing this shit. She got more patience than you. Now I'm gonna deal with her more than you, cause she more pseudo than you at this point. But the first thing that you said wrong, cause I'm eating right now. You said Africans aren't genetically connected. African Americans aren't genetically connected to Africans. So that was a lie. So you're a liar. And that's why I said the first thing I looked up, you start lying. I was like, oh yeah, she finna lie the rest of the
Oh,
time.
y'all are lying
Oh,
because you
you
believe in
interrupted
the
me.
out of
You interrupted me.
have the out of
But this is
Africa
what we gotta
theory
do. Oh,
going.
you're gonna steady interrupt me now that I showed you a liar. You're gonna steadily interrupt me.
Sir, no, sir. Do you
Hey,
Oh,
what you
you
gonna
ain't
do is
gonna even
stop
let me
talking.
talk now. You ain't even gonna let me read it. I ain't get to read it.
He told me to be quiet while you was talking, so you be
I thought
quiet while he talking.
I thought I was gonna get mad. But I let you land. Says yes, African Americans are genetically connected to Africans, with the majority of their DNA tracing back to West and West Central Africa. So this is the time where I know you can yap and you sound like you're gonna have some patience, but I promise you, you're gonna crash out before I crash out. Let's make that deal.
may I show and present?
Yeah, yeah. Go
You
ahead and
definitely
show
are going to
and
be
present it.
required
Don't have
to.
you ain't got to ask questions. Just put it on the screen.
Yeah, put it on the screen, show your evidence, show where it corroborates specifically exactly what you're saying. Do me a favor too. Don't add any extra context. Don't try to narrate outside of exactly what it says because that's going to sound like you're disingenuous. So just show me exactly your claims that you're making with some type of source and put it on the screen. As soon as you put it on the screen, I'll put you on the big screen. Still, Miss Matt, what do you think about this information that you're hearing thus far? Not a picture is crazy.
Yeah, we
The
talking
only
about
thing
actual
I have to
evidence. We talking
show
about
you,
science. We talking about scientific evidence. We not talking about personal.
ma'am.
We not talking about personal history.
Oh
We
my
want
goodness.
actual scientific evidence.
Yes, and I'm showing.
Hey, that's not scientific evidence. That's
Yes, and
that is a picture. Hey, look, mama. I can play this
I'm
game all
showing you.
day.
Hold
I
on,
can
hold
play
on,
this
hold
game
on.
all day. Don't do it.
Okay, so you
So again,
crashing out
we
all.
asking for
You're
scientific evidence.
crashing out.
We are looking for science. I'm a crash
I'm
out. I'm
giving.
certified crash out, baby.
They
Don't
been
do
I'm
that.
giving
crashing
it to
out.
you.
Don't do that. I'm certified
I'm
crash out,
giving it
baby.
to
I
you,
do that.
ma'am.
That's what I'm here for. So
You the one
again,
not supposed to crash.
yeah. So once again, we are looking for scientific
No,
evidence. We're looking for the scientific evidence.
I'm
Now,
being
if you can't tell her, give us that, then please.
ma'am.
All right,
Until
all
you
right.
Well,
give us the
All right, hold on
scientific
1 second.
evidence,
Hold on
don't
one
come
second,
off
Y'all
Troll.
that
be
mute.
quiet. We're
Don't
gonna
Hold
come
on, hold on
off
stop
one
the
that
second,
mute
talking.
Troll.
button.
Just be
All
quiet.
right,
Be
hold on, hold
quiet.
on,
Be
y'all.
quiet.
Hold on,
Let
you're
the
y'all.
man play
crashing
the
out.
game.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get y'all after me.
Disingenuous.
Hold on. 1 second, y'all. I want to see what
Disingenuous.
Sam. Hold on, really quick. This
Can't
not
even
for this
present.
not for you. You're crashing when you come off of mute like that. So this is for Sam Mac.
I'm
Sam
not
Mac, you
crashing
still.
out.
Damn.
Not what y'all do.
Damn. Hold on. I'm not even talking to you right now. But you need to actually find out what a source is, because this is not picture book show. I want to talk to Sam Mac. I want to talk to Sam. Let me
Showing you
talk
the
to Sam.
medical
Hold on.
look like when
Hey, you not
On.
you
how
crashing
they
out,
look.
mama. You
Hold
crashing out.
on,
Relax.
Damn,
please. Look,
listen,
we're
Relax.
I'm
gonna
trying to
get to
drop
you.
it. Just
Listen,
be
if I
calm.
wasn't gonna
Play the
let y'all
game.
Ain't
talk,
nobody
Play
finna
the
try to
game. You
drop
got
nothing.
all
You
night.
finna
listen.
I'm
drop
crane
yourself.
operator. Just
If I
chill
wasn't
out.
gonna let y'all talk, Crane, I would have dropped y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all
Man, but
talk, but
you ain't
y'all gotta
never let me
understand.
talk.
Damn, why you steady talking over me though? You gotta understand. Y'all are like a guest, and I want to interview y'all. I want to get y'all position. Now I got another person up on here who's been listening for a long time, hasn't been speaking. So can I ask them their thoughts on what they've been seeing? Sim Mac, you still here with us?
Yes, I'm still here with you.
Yeah,
Um,
give us some input on here. What you've been thinking about this conversation? What you've been seeing so far? Let
I
us know
think
your.
we're trying to be. They're trying to disapprove the religious aspect of this. When I heard, all my life, I heard the line of Judea always say, "We're the 12th tribe." Come to find out, the 12th tribe has the oldest church and the oldest Bible. It's older than the Bible at the YT's fix in Italy.
Wait,
They
say
are
that again.
88 books.
Say that again. Who had the oldest Bible? Say that one more time. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, the
No,
oldest
sorry.
Bible. They're the
That's
and
not the oldest Bible, but okay.
okay.
Show me a
It's
Bible that's
older
older
than the
than the
Christian
Ethiopian
Bible.
Bible.
It's 88 books to that Bible. And that's what I was going by, because I always heard Haile Selassie say, I'm the line we're the 12th tribe, because I'm the line of Judea. When he went to the Hague to get the Italians from attacking Ethiopia, they wouldn't do it, no matter how eloquent he was. Why? Because they considered him to be a black man from Africa.
I ain't gonna lie. I
But
don't know
he,
why I thought you was gonna cook. All right, never mind.
But he did though. He did.
Okay, he did. What did he
Oh
say?
shit.
And that's a female. While you talking?
I'm not a
No, he
female. It
told you.
may
He
sound
told you.
like it.
He told you where the oldest Bible actually came from was for Ethiopia.
Hey, whoop de
Actually,
doo.
it's actually not. I need y'all to go. I need y'all to go get that history again.
Are
Hey,
you
sir, I'm
Ethiopian?
not taking no advice from a nigga that sit up here and talk to AI and then don't listen.
All
All
right.
your information coming from AI. Please don't talk to me. I don't got time. But
The only
yeah,
reason
I
I
need
was
y'all to do
saying,
No, the
more
only
research on
information
that
y'all
because that shit is
accepting is coming
funny.
from AI.
Now you trying to stalk out your ass, and we're not
the only
accepting
reason
that.
I was saying that because she said that the 12th tribe was in Ethiopia.
I didn't say nothing about a 12
Nobody said
tribe. I
that.
don't know what you talking about.
I'm
Nobody said that.
Who
you
said
talking
that?
about the Israelites?
Who
Nobody.
said
No.
anything about
No.
Israelites? Oh my god.
Nobody said that. Okay. Okay. Listen. Let's get back to troll. To troll. I told you we are gonna let you speak. So go ahead and present your evidence. I'm gonna put you on the big screen. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. I'm gonna start about 30
Okay,
minutes.
so
Then take care of it.
if you don't think that it's real, right? You don't want me to show the man's picture what he looked like, but this is the condition that he had. It's called the cantankerous horns. Okay, that is a national, right, Institute of Health telling you that. .gov. All right. .gov. So you can try to deny it, but all of these people carry that gene expression. Are y'all growing horns? I just want to know because that's in them. They can
Wait,
do
what
that.
okay,
Niggas is
what tribe is that?
ignorance.
Okay. What's the name of that tribe? Or what's the name of the people
I will
that
show
have this
you.
this
I will show it
mutation?
to you. I will show it to you. Hold one moment. Let me go get him again.
No, you need to be
I'm
going to
not talking
that
about
source.
him. I said, what is the people? You said it's a people
I
group. So
am
what's the people
showing
group?
you. I am showing
I don't
you.
need you to show me. I just need you to tell me the name.
I am showing you his name. I'm showing you who he is.
Oh my
No.
God.
That's
What's
not the
the
way to
what's the
do
He's
it. The
not
issue?
way to do it.
listening.
This is
What's
the
the
way to do it.
issue?
Hold on. This is the way to do it. The way to do it would be to go
That's
into that same.
what he looked like.
Let,
He
let
was
me
the
let me go ahead
horn
and
man of
demolish that too.
Chad.
Okay, now where's he
The
from?
horn man of Chad. Don't he's
Chad.
from Chad.
Okay, he's from Chad. What's the name?
Okay?
What's the name of his people group?
He's from Chad.
Okay, what's the
And
name of
hold
his
one
people
second
group?
for the people
Because he
group.
has
Hold one
a people
second.
group. He have an
Hold one
ethnicity.
second.
Like what's his ethnicity? God damn, y'all slow. Shit.
That don't matter at all. We finna kill this whole argument. Cause you should have never told me that name. But this is what you want to do. If you want to pull up the article, you should just go forth with the article and see if the article corroborates this story.
Right.
What are we arguing?
Because when
He's
I pull
talking
up
about
the
there's several. I could tell you his name, and you could go look it up because there's several articles about this man. There's a whole bunch of information
Yeah.
out here about this man. His name was
go into PubMed.
Nambia Bate. Nambia Bate. NJABIABATE.
Show it
Okay,
to us.
that
Just
was
show
his
it to us. You don't
name.
even got to do all
I
that. Just show
Hold
it
showed
to
you
us.
what he looked like. I
No,
showed you what he
we don't
looked
need to
like.
show us what he looked like. We
Just
need
give
to
me a
show us
I
his
second.
showed you
name.
what he looked like.
Just give me a second
Y'all
right
just
here.
don't want
Right
to
here.
accept it.
Just give me a
And I
second
told
right
you
here.
what medical, and I told
Just give me a second real quick.
you what medical condition he
Okay, we
had.
heard
Hey,
that.
he
We
just
heard
said,
that part.
give him a
We heard
second.
that. Hold
Shut
on, hold
up.
on, hold on. It says yes, African Americans can develop the horns you talking about.
Africans,
African Americans, that's you.
Africans in America.
No, they don't say
You
Africans
That's
are
in
not
not
me.
America.
African Americans.
If
They
you're
don't
not
say
an
They most
African
definitely can.
American, then we're not
African
talking
Americans.
about
They
you
can.
then.
They can.
Y'all not the people. We
They
not talking about
can.
you. I'm
They
an
can.
African. Listen.
You are out.
Hey, ma'am, can you stop?
Most
Okay,
definitely
watch this.
Listen.
Let me do this.
Listen. Stop.
Let me do this because you like to crash out.
hilarious.
Y'all like to
No,
play some
you're
music.
hilarious. Stop.
And Black Americans. Yes, Black
Show me
Americans.
an African.
Yes, Black
Show
Americans
you
can
their
get the
horn.
horn too. Now let's look at the image of this horn and let's see if that man shows up. That man don't show up. That man don't show up. Why does? And I only want to show these images because
Yeah, you can get put on.
don't nobody on here got no type of
Oh, he
horn similar
shows
to that.
up. He
He don't show up.
Hey,
just showed them to you.
can I
He
ask you
don't
a
show up.
question?
And look at
Don,
all of those groups.
hold on. Can you
Look
look
at all
up
of those groups.
hold on. Hey, lady. Chill
Wait
out.
a-
Hey, you about to piss me off. Chill the fuck out, bro. It ain't that damn serious. You doing too much. You doing
And
way
nothing
too
at all.
goddamn much.
Funny as hell.
You doing way too
Y'all are
goddamn much for no reason. Chill the fuck out. Don, can you
denying truth.
6 fingers and 6 toes and ask me and tell me where the origin of that come from?
Hold on.
Because African Americans
You for proving my
most definitely
Where
Black
did
Americans most
where did the origins
definitely
of chickens come from?
thank
The
you for
egg or the
proving
chicken?
Black Americans most
the
definitely.
epiphany.
Hey man, shut the fuck up with your slow
The
ass.
epiphany.
Shut the hell up. I'm
They
talking.
have all of these
Shut the hell up. Like I
because they're
said,
Why she
6
scamming
fingers and
out me
6
like that?
toes.
Why
grafted
can't
me,
Hey,
can she finish,
not
please?
us.
hey, I'm asking Don a question. Shut the hell up. Cause we don't. Cause whatever you trying to show is
my fingers.
He
redundant.
just showed it, man.
Girl, shut
He
up.
just showed it.
And
He
who
just
the
showed.
hell
He
come?
proved.
Who come from Chad? I just want to
He
know who the
proved
hell
my
come from Chad. But anyway, like
Why we
I
gotta be
and like
Can I ask
I
a
was trying
question
to
real
ask a
quick?
question. Don,
Africans
you
come
heard
from
what
Chad.
you heard what I said?
Can I ask
Yeah,
a
you said
question
where
real
does they
quick?
come from?
Yeah.
I'm saying
Okay,
why
so
we
it
gotta
says
be
having
disrespectful.
6 fingers and 6 toes is a congenital physical condition known as polydactyl. It typically develops in the womb when a genetic mutation affects how hands and feet form, causing the standard 5 digits to split further. It's inherited, passed down by parent, and often something. So they don't say necessarily location. Oh, here we go. Right here. The trait is influenced by demographics. For example, having an extra pinky is statistically more common in individuals of African descent, while extra thumbs occur more frequently in those of European and Asian ancestry.
So anybody could have that mutation.
I have a child with Down syndrome. Tell me where that mutation came from.
You.
That's child.
You.
That's genetics, baby.
Yeah. What Mello has up, I also looked up too. Apparently, the horned man of Chad is folklore. It's not real. It's a urban
It
legend
is
in
the
the Chad
truth.
area.
That's
No,
what
it's
they say.
actually,
It's
it's
in.
actually.
It's
Hey,
Hold on.
ma'am,
Why you
can
keep
you
cutting
let
people
somebody
off?
on
else
the
talk? What is your
You had an
problem?
entire time to talk. I just came up. Yeah, like Mello.
1930.
Girl,
Yes,
shut the
it's an
fuck
urban
up.
legend. It says it right on the screen
1930.
too. It says it right on the screen too. If you would just stop
Yeah, that's
talking and pay
one.
attention.
Hey, can you stop
No,
What
talking?
does
actually,
your
it's not. No, it's not just one. Mello
Hey,
has
there's
it.
lady,
Can you
hold on,
stop
Jam.
talking?
Hold on, because what we not finna do the fuck is this. When somebody else is already have the floor, shut the entire hell up. Cause we not finna be
Man,
doing
we're
this
not
back
gonna
and
let you
forth with
talk.
this damn mute
Just
button.
play the game. Play the game.
Hey, I'm not
No, we
playing
let her
shit. You
talk.
shut the fuck up before I drop the fuck out your ass.
How
Cause you
you
about to
think we
piss
know
me
what to
off
look up
too.
if we didn't let her talk? Hold on, let Mello Mello, you want to present it for us, please, if you can.
Jab was actually
Okay, that was Jab. My bad. Go ahead,
present.
Jab.
Yeah.
Mello could talk because we both looked up the same thing. He got one piece of the source. I got another piece of the source. So it's not just coming from one source. We
Go
actually.
ahead, Jab. You go, then Mello go.
Well, yeah, it's basically the same thing he had on screen. It's an urban legend and it's an internet myth. It's not a real thing, miss. It's a thing that gets spread all over Reddit. It gets spread over like online forums, Twitter, or whatever. It's an urban myth.
All right, Mello, go ahead and Mello, you there with us? I don't know if you can come off mute right now.
Yeah, that's
You
why I think that's why I said let Jab go ahead and say something about it,
okay?
cause I think
He
Mello.
probably busy. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing they pulled up when I put up, but I went to the image on one of these and I lost it. But what she called him? What she called the man? The man, the horn man of Chad. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what.
a
All y'all gotta do is look it up.
And
it's a
that's a
ur-
different and that's a specific people group.
it's an urban myth. It's no different from stuff like the Wendigo and all that other stuff. America has the same stuff too.
Right, and
Stonehenge.
let's talk, and let's also get on that point about fair skinned people. I don't know if she ever heard of albinoism. Like, yeah, Africa produces
Albinos.
albinos, fair skinned people.
Yeah.
We produce
And
everybody.
also, what's his name? Jordan Soto makes a great point in the chat. White tea people have kidnapped Africans even after transatlantic slave trade and done it to a man named or kid named Oba Banga. And they literally brought him and treated him as a zoo animal. So if this were true, they wouldn't have no hesitancy to grab him and then tour him all around and show him the white tea people.
It's a black woman they did the same thing to because of her
Yeah,
butt
yeah. What's
size.
her name?
Sarah
Sarah
Bartlett.
Bartlett.
Sarah Bartlett.
Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
that was her
So,
European name.
Her
so if that were
nickname.
true, so if this was really true, it wouldn't be some folklore shit. It would be some shit all people could corroborate the story of.
Exactly.
Do the people of Chad even corroborate this story?
It's a folklore.
Just
Like I
like
said,
can't nobody corroborate. That's just like the Mali, the Mali people,
The
the
Mali
people with
Well,
Empire
we can
houses
coming to
can't
corroborate
America.
that just
corroborate. Hold
through
on,
the
can't
pictures that.
corroborate. Hold on. It's just like them people in Mali who can't corroborate that Mansa Musa story or the
Right.
Abu Bakari story. So
Yep.
y'all just saying, y'all just be throwing shit at the wall to see what's gonna stick, and it be so
It
funny.
never
I
does.
I'm
love it.
saying I've been up here now 30 minutes. When I'm gonna get a chance again?
Oh, you been up here longer than that, and you've been speaking.
Okay.
Well,
But
how can a myth be buried? How can they have a people? How can it be a chieftain?
The same way
Y'all
the
are
Greeks,
slow.
same way the Greeks have
Y'all
Greek
are
myth. Hold on,
slow. You're slow.
hold on. Just like we have Greek mythology and Roman mythology, a whole Roman pantheon.
But
Just
black
like
people
we
was
have
even
a,
here
just
before
like we
that.
have an,
Man
we
existed in
hold on,
1934.
just like we have an indigenous American two spirits and a
Our
whole
history
creation
predates
story.
that in Europe. What are you talking
Hold
about?
on, I'm saying there's mythology all over the world. That don't make it
We not
true.
talking about mythology. We talking about
Yeah,
actual facts, present facts that people who were actually there before
right.
Well,
all
but
And
bullshit.
that's what I'm
this
saying. Like, where
and
is
this
the
horn
fact?
man isn't one of them. This ain't one of them facts.
Yeah, where's the
Sorry.
fact? Like,
Okay,
who
so
who
so
else
now let's
actually
talk
was
about
there?
Europe. Where did Europe? What was Europe
Why are we
founded
talking
from?
about Europe? Are you from
Yeah,
Europe?
right. You're
You
indigenous
But
to
you
from
just
them.
got
Europe?
finished saying you just
Are
got
you a
finished saying
European?
that we did not originate that
Are
history
you
in Europe.
Are you from? I don't know nothing about Europe. I don't know. I don't. That's not my shit because I'm not European. So are you a European? Is my question.
But exactly, why are you speaking about European history if you don't know nothing about European history?
I'm not speaking
Just like
about
Rome
European history.
history. Why are you speaking
I
about Rome history? You don't know nothing about Rome
I
history
didn't
when
say
black
anything
people
about
were
Rome
actually in
history.
Rome before actual history from white people came
Oh
from
my
Rome.
god, this nigga slow. Oh
All
shit.
right, let me see. Jal, you a real person or you a bot? Real quick, let me see before I draft to block you. Jal.
It tells you the burial
course
site
not.
of him. He was
Okay,
buried in a
let's look it up.
cemetery.
What's the name of the cemetery?
We talking to somebody else now. Please be quiet.
They had to go. They had to go. I don't think they was a real
Oh,
person.
okay.
When they
Yeah,
come
what's
up,
the name?
They need
What's the
somebody
name of
that's
the
going to agree
cemetery?
with them.
I don't. No,
What's the
I don't
name?
need anybody to agree with me. So yeah, it's a myth. It's
His
folklore.
remains, his remains,
Where they at?
She
Where
don't
are
even
they?
know.
I already told
Because
you.
what I
She don't
have,
even
I
know. She
have
said a cemetery.
right, and
Look,
all
I
we
already
need a
told
burial
you. I gave
ground.
you the
I don't think
location.
that mean they
Where is
would
his
have. So
burial
that mean
ground?
they dug them up or something.
Where is his burial ground? As a matter of fact, I type in Bates Mill Cemetery, but that's in New Jersey.
Mm-mm.
What are you talking about? I told you that's his name. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Ninjabia
Yes,
Bates,
that's his name,
and I
sir.
typed in burial site. Where is he buried?
Would you type in burial site on somebody's name, sir?
Because they
Just
Okay,
said he was
where they buried
buried.
them.
Tombstone.
Hey,
Not
What
bro,
was
I don't
here.
Samuel
know what's
buried
up with
at?
these pseudos,
What
but
was
baby, when
Jesus
I say
buried at?
slow,
What
I
was
Y'all are
mean
Noah
pseudo.
buried
slow.
Y'all
at?
are very slow. Because
Nah,
why would
No,
you
Tony.
it's
type up a
it's
name and
you.
All
ask
of
them
they
where the
all.
burial
It's
site
most
is
definitely
when you
you.
already know that burial is a modern day terminology?
Man, we not, baby. You
Man,
not the
And
that's
it
same.
would
We not
not
the
factually
be
same.
in
I
not
don't know
true.
Africa.
who you
How do
are.
Africans
Why
bury
is it?
their
Let me
dead?
ask you a
They bury
question.
them in their
Let me
houses
ask you a
under the
question.
floorboards.
Let me ask a question.
They bury them
Why
in their
is
house.
it? Why is it? Why is
What are
it
y'all
that you be
talking
trying
about?
to lump all African American?
Cemeteries are
Why y'all try to lump all black
what
people
cemetery?
up with y'all? Why y'all think
What
all black
cemetery?
people? Why do
I'm
y'all
not
try
saying
to
that.
lump all black people up
That's
with
where
y'all?
you got
Oh,
the pseudo.
let it crash. Let it
Because
crash
you're
out.
trying to lump
Yeah, okay, so this is
everybody
what I
in
want to do.
together when we're
Let me let
not
her speak
all the
again.
same people.
My hand's not full
So
this
it's
time.
you.
All
But it's
right,
true
so
though. All Asians ain't the same.
let me
All
let her. Let
Hispanics
me.
not the same. All whites not the same. Why all black people got to be the same?
Y'all too old for
No,
this
I'm not.
stupid shit.
That's what I'm asking her because we not. I'm not an indigenous baby. My people been here for over what 300 and something
No
years.
one is questioning that. So
Can
why
you
are you
please
questioning
stop
We just
us?
keep
talking? Cause I
saying
was
that we came
talking.
from Africa.
I
We
was
didn't come here on no slave
talking.
ships.
I
Hold
was
on.
fucking
Everyone,
talking.
I don't.
I was
everyone,
fucking
Let's
relax.
get
You're
talking.
one.
trying to
Let's get
I
make.
one
don't
mic.
care
Hold on.
either. Shut
Let's
You're
up.
get one
trying to
mic.
make.
Let's get one
And it's
mic.
pointless.
Let's
You're
get.
the
That's
one.
the point. I'm trying to get my mic, but this
You're
hoe
the
don't want
one.
to
All
shut
right,
the fuck up.
go ahead. Go ahead. Let's
Are
get.
the
Okay.
one who
The original.
is the same.
The original. I'm gonna give you some more time to speak uninterrupted.
Wait a
So
minute.
the
Why
people.
she
So
got
the
to be a
like,
hoe?
hold on, Crane.
Bro,
Shut your
You
ass
too.
up before you
You
be a
too.
hoe.
This is what I'm gonna do. I want to get one mic. Let's get. My bad. I was eating.
we
I was
don't
getting
have to be
busy, so I
disrespectful.
couldn't control the live
I
real
am.
quick.
I'm very.
So this is what I want to do. I'm gonna give y'all ample time to speak uninterrupted and watch when y'all speak. Nobody is going to interrupt y'all. So after we give y'all this
No, this is
respect,
black people up in this
Man,
speaking.
why,
shut up.
brother, you're not listening to me talk right now. What's up
Drop
with you?
her ass if she gonna.
Hey,
What's up? Hold on,
can't
listen,
drop me. I'm
listen,
not the one to be dropped. Trust me when I tell you.
Yo, the
listen.
host
This is
is
what I'm saying. This is
talking.
what I'm saying. I'm fit after this. After I give y'all time to speak uninterrupted, please make sure y'all give everybody that same respect. Because y'all done ruined the decorum of the live. Hold on, you should not come off of mute while I am talking. There's shit to say right now. That's what I'm talking about already. It's not a crash out live. I know y'all probably used to that, but that's raps. We had the crash out moment. Let's get back to the respectable live. All right.
There's no respectable.
Brother. No questions. When you get to
There's no
speak, when you
respect.
get this, bro. Okay, now you gotta go. Now you dead forever over here. Say your last little piece while I was waiting on to block you.
Bro, there's no respect.
That's all you got to say. You see? All right. Let's let Danny speak, then Josh speak, and then we're gonna let you speak uninterrupted trivia. I'm gonna give you 3 whole minutes, cause now I got my hands is empty. Now I'm gonna correct everything that you say instead of just the one thing.
Yeah,
All right,
all I
guys.
want to say is, why is y'all trying to look people up? They have, some of us have like just about 300 and something years with y'all people who ain't even got 200 years here. I don't understand that. Can we stop saying we when y'all ain't we? We are not the same. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay,
We
Josh, go
are
ahead.
not the same.
That's funny.
My bad.
That's
Okay,
funny.
Josh, go ahead. You can respond when you get the mic. Okay, Josh, you want to say something?
My bad. I started rubbing my temples because nah, I'm good.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
All right, hold on. Let me get my keyboard up because I know she finna give me hella things to correct. And I'm gonna put you on the big screen in case you want to present as well. I'm gonna give you 3 whole minutes. Your time is starting now. You on mute?
Okay. Okay. Let me go back up. Okay, so this man had a medical condition. I already gave you the medical condition. It was other people, not only him in Africa that had that medical condition, it was other people as well. Some of them were ancient and some of them had to be dug up. Okay. And to say that they don't exist or to say that it's a myth or folklore, well, anthropology says otherwise. If they had to be dug up and shown and presented, then it's not a myth. Okay. They actually found these people's bones. And I don't care if you're saying, well, that's not everybody in Africa. It's the fact that their genes carry these expressions as the same as whitey, as the same as Asians, as the same as Indians from India, as the same as all of the pale skinned people, just goes to show me that yes, they did come from them. And on top of that, that's what they said in their schools. They taught us this the whole time. They said they haplogrouped out of Africa and went to a colder climate, and the environment changed their woolly hair to straight hair and their brown eyes to blue eyes. And that's how it happened. When science says you come from a mother, you come from a father, you inherit the genes of your mother and your father. That's passed down from generation to generation. But y'all so pseudoscience that y'all are believing the out of Africa theory that came from the Darwins of the world, who was not even a scientist, nor a genealogist, nor a geneticist. But good luck with all of that. He looked at an ape, an Epithecus, because that's the claim to fame, the Lucy of the earth. An Epithecus, and all of their gene expressions, all of the hypertrichosis, the werewolf syndrome that they have. Yeah, it's pointing to all of that. I didn't want to believe it, but yeah, it's pointing to all of the Epithecus that they have. It's a whole list of them. You can go look it up in your own time. That is their claim to fame.
Got 40 seconds.
And if you're trying to say something else otherwise, then okay, so you're saying that what they was teaching you is a lie. Good for you. That's the first step when you deconstructing. I don't believe any of it, but I believe what I see with my own eyes.
20 seconds. You
Okay,
not
let me
you are not sounding
yeah.
crazy right now.
It was people that was found that had the same horn condition in July 19th 2001 in the desert of northern Chad, right? You can screenshot that. That's where they was found. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
just gonna
it's
say
a lot.
this.
Oh, let
I'm
me
just
let me
gonna.
let me get let me get her a little extra time because she didn't really say nothing with her time unless she want to show something.
She not saying nothing now with her like
All right, hold
this.
on. Let me go ahead and just respond because I did.
You can't gaslight
Is
me. I'm
this
so
is
You
sorry.
this
did
is
have you
this
did have
ADHD
you did
talk?
have 3 minutes. So
Crazy.
let me go ahead and go because I'm gonna take less than that. So and it's gonna be in reverse because I'm gonna show you what I pulled up. So is out of Africa pseudoscience and does it come from Darwin? Out of Africa theory is not pseudoscience. You're a liar. Why you just lie like that? You don't have no
Yeah,
clue.
where's your sources?
Oh, Oh,
Showing sources, sir.
oh, I literally didn't even interrupt you on purpose, and now you can't help but interrupt me. That's because you're a bad person. I'm
It's
not gonna even
Mr.
hold you. You
Disingenuous,
look,
and you
you
won't
still
show
doing
sources, and
it.
I'm showing
I let you
sources.
go. You didn't show no source. You had the screen on one source, and you didn't show nothing that you
Yes,
was
I
claiming.
did.
No, you did not, because you didn't have nothing on the screen about Darwin or out of Africa being pseudoscience. You had the same source, because I remember it said July 12, 2012 on there, and you didn't change it not one time. And now you interrupted me after I gave you time to speak uninterrupted. You interrupted me already. You just like the other pseudo. Y'all all the same. Let me go. Fuck. So, African theory is not pseudoscience, so you're lie. You're lie. It's mainstream scientifically accepted, the model for human origin.
Scientifically
It is,
accepted.
how did I know?
Not even 10 seconds.
How did I can't get a sentence out. They
He the
all the
host. Like, what
same.
we doing? Let the host talk. Ain't nobody else saying nothing but you. Shut
That's
up, lady.
crazy. What's the problem? You said it, attention deficit disorder. Let me get to
Jesus.
this. Golly. So this is what y'all got to understand. This word, propose. Charles Darwin did not substantiate the out of Africa theory. He proposed it of out of Africa origin. He did not prove this. Let me move on before you interrupt me again. Was the horned man of Chad removed from his burial site? There is no archaeological. Let me y'all see that. There is no archaeological, historical, or scientific record of archaeological figure called his horned man of Chad being excavated or removed from his burial site. You be lying, lady. You be lying. That's why they don't like you. It says,
Oh, sir, I never said that was him. Just disingenuous.
You just don't want to be
One could
quiet.
see
You just don't want to be quiet.
oh,
Stop cashing out. Chill out, man.
told you
yeah,
he
I'm
was.
almost done, ma'am. Damn. I literally didn't say nothing while you was yapping. You know how hard that was? But anyways, because you're trying to make this specific to African people, so I just said, can anyone have that? It says yes, anyone can develop a cutaneous horn, regardless of age or background. Look what it says. You just on here making up stuff, whole time lying. And this is, let me just sum it up with this. Ma'am, you are
I would hold.
fried to a frequency. You see how you can't hold yourself? It's because your brain won't allow
Okay,
you
I
to.
need
Your brain won't let you do it.
at
Your
this
brain don't
point.
have enough emotional
I think
control.
y'all act
You don't have control over your brain,
grown
same way you don't have control over
that
your
you
mouth. This is why I gave you
horn.
time to
Why
speak so
you
the
so
people can see.
mad?
The reason why I did this was so the people could
It's
see.
not because
Like he finna let her speak the whole time.
you
Everybody on
guys
the panel is not finna say nothing.
are being
When I
just
get the mic to speak, she's gonna be rude and interrupt because all pseudos they have a emotional
because
regulation
y'all are
issue. Look, you still doing, you still
using
going. You literally will not be able to
using
talk while I'm talking over here. You know I can see where your mic come off of mute, and I got the power to tap it and put you right back on mute. So that just shows you don't have no type of sense in the first place. You're gonna come up off the mute sounding crazy. But like I said, all your points have been disproven in real time in 4K. This will be going on YouTube. So if you ever want to listen to how crazy you sound in the future, if you ever come out of whatever kind of psychosis that you're in, make sure that you check back in with me and make sure that you thank me. A lot of people don't be thanking me after
him.
they.
I'm gonna thank
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know
you. I'm
you
gonna
is. You be like, thank you,
thank
Don
you
Dada.
right now.
Well,
I
if I
used to
could
be
say,
I
batshit
will thank
crazy back in the day.
if
because
I
And
could
I will
say
take
this, right?
I will
you,
apply
Hold on, can I?
you talk
knowledge
about.
to
Well,
Hey,
with
host, if I could say this real quick, right?
sources
Uh, host, if I could say this, when it comes to the out of Africa theory, right? The way I see it,
the theory.
hold on. Well,
Hey,
it's
don't come off that mic because ain't nobody
yeah.
and Chase ain't interrupt you either. So don't come off your mic when people ain't said nothing while you was talking. Came off their mic. Be
Yeah.
quiet.
So it's like when I look at the out of Africa theory, you say F evolution. Hey, I'm cool with that. Fine. With that said, when I still look, human life on the face of the earth has to come from one of the continents. Just that simple. It got to come from either the Americas, Europe, Asia, Africa, or the Pacific Islands, which you could put that lump that in with Asia, and or Australia. It got to come from one of those places. So when we take it down, okay, fine. Who got the oldest human remains? Or just let's just narrow it down. What places are warmest? Okay, Africa, very warm continent year round. South Asia, very warm continent year round. Or not continent, but place, region. South America, very warm continent. You know what I'm saying? Okay, between those three, who has the oldest human remains? Okay, and Africa has the top 5 oldest human remains. Well, there we go. Just that simple. Just that simple. Thus, most likely life started in Africa. And you have to understand, right? It's not that a scientific theory, the way it works, as I remember Sutek explained it to me, literally, it's not a theory it's not a hypothesis. A hypothesis comes before facts are, introduced. The theory is made because we have to explain these certain facts. Like, hey, why is the top 5 oldest human remains taking me to the continent of Africa? That begs the question. Why is the oldest haplogroup in Africa? Why is this? Thus, I guess human life has to start. Majority, all the evidence is showing me it starts in that continent, which it could have started anywhere else, but all the evidence is taking me to Africa. What else do I say after that?
Yeah, why did she literally already concede to that? Because they always like to bring up Darwin, and that he was a racist. That's actually a different Darwin. That's actually social Darwinism that came later after Darwin had passed. But you really conceded to it when you got through talking about coming from a black woman or that mitochondrial Eve. If you didn't know, it was a European woman who discovered that. My baby Rebecca Can, who did this study, and she received unaliving threats because of it, because so many creationists didn't want that story to corroborate with life evolving and people migrating ultimately out of Africa. But yeah, that's who proved it. It's not Charles Darwin, y'all. Please stop saying that. I really don't like how it seems like y'all all graduated from the same pseudo school or dropped out from it. I don't know which one, but y'all all have the same talking points. Y'all all have no emotional regulation. Y'all all are disingenuous, and y'all all don't know how to do any research from a scholarly position. And this is the reason why I like for y'all to come up on here, especially you Tro. I can see why I followed you back. Is because you are a grade A example.
Thank you. I appreciate that. When are you going to post it so I can tear it apart with real science and not pseudoscience?
It'll be posted on the YouTube no later than tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you. I love it because all y'all have is narratives and pseudoscience. How can
So
a
do
man?
you.
How
But
can
you
a
don't
man
remember?
named Darwin hold 1 second because you said it yourself? He's the one who started it. He is the one who said it. And then all of a sudden, scientists, right? These scientists took what a theory that he came up with and said, "Oh, we found the evidence. It is true." That's biased science.
How is that biased when you go and look it up?
Because the first part of science is to observe, ma'am.
And that's what
Are
they
you
did.
What they
saying?
did, they
How did
observed.
they observe it?
It's
How
a
did
it's
they
a
observe it,
hypothesis.
ma'am?
It's a hypothesis,
No. How did they
Chase said.
observe it?
You're not listening to yourself. That's what they did. If they observed it, that means they went and they
Not
dug it up and
listening
they
to
looked at it. What
yourself.
are you
Were
talking
they
about?
around that during that time to observe it, ma'am?
That's not how you
Who?
observe it, ma'am.
No. Yes, that's how you observe it. You
No,
have
it's
to
What?
not.
listen
You
to
What?
observe it.
listen,
You have
listen. Okay, you said yourself. You
observation.
referenced yourself
Observation.
mitochondrial Eve,
Oh my
right?
God, this lady dumb as
Hold
hell.
on. She herself referenced mitochondrial Eve. Is that true or false?
No, I did not.
You did say when life evolved, it come back
I
from a
did
mitochondria.
not.
She
Okay,
did,
well,
but
I said
well,
I'm
rewind it.
a,
the epithecus.
Rewind it tomorrow. Rewind it tomorrow.
I
done.
said Lucy, the epithecus, and I said, aren't they the ones who said they can
Why
have
is you
every type,
calling her an
every
epithecus?
type?
He is.
Because
She don't know
that's
what she just
exactly what
saying
Lucy
words.
is, an epithecus.
She just
Yes.
saying words. She don't know what she
That
talking
means
about
an
for real.
ape. That
Epithecus.
means an ape. No,
She
y'all
don't know what
don't
she
know
talking
what you're
about for
talking
real. She
about.
just saying
And there's
words. It's
several
clearly
types
she's
of
just
Ma'am.
saying words.
epithecus,
Ma'am,
and there
you
are
are a great
proboscis
ape.
humans.
Ma'am, you are a great ape, are you not?
No, I'm not. Don't have
Okay.
anything to do with it, and I
Well,
don't have their genetic
She, I
defects
guess she
either.
a special species. Then I don't know.
Yes, I don't have your genetic defects, Africans. I don't have
Oh,
it.
okay, well.
My family
oh,
don't
you're
have
not
I
it.
mean, I
a.
don't know
We
why
don't
you thought
see
that
it
was a
in our.
dig.
We don't see it. We don't see it in
Y'all,
our
y'all try to
families.
say
We
stuff
don't
So
have
Trav,
as
so
if
Elfin
it is,
Trav,
and
if
it's
children.
I
not
We
could,
really a
don't have
dig.
so Trav, if I could ask you,
Hey, you
wait,
want
and
can,
her?
claw
Hey, Don,
hands.
you
hold
want
We
on,
her up
don't
here? Cause
can
grow
I'm
I
finna get
ask you a
ready to
horns.
drop.
question?
We don't
Hold
do.
on, let
We
me see how
don't
much
grow
time we have with
tails
her.
out that have to be removed at birth. That's not what we're doing.
Cause baby,
But
when
Well,
I leave, she
Africans
leave.
do.
I'm on that. I'm on that type of time.
So it said right here, biologically speaking, humans, you may not be a human, you may be a Anunnaki. Humans are indeed.
You know,
Oh,
your
you like
Homo
to interrupt me.
erectus.
I think you know. I think you know I'll be cooking your shit. You like to interrupt me. You came off that mute hella quick,
Sir,
bro.
I'm
All right, but anyways,
I said
humans
I
are
agree with.
indeed great apes, ma'am.
Yes, y'all are.
Humans are indeed great apes.
Yes, you are a great ape.
No,
That
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
a
have
human.
human,
anything to do with
human.
me.
She's not
That
human,
doesn't have
so
anything to
that
do
don't
with
apply
my
to her, Don.
people.
That's what she's trying
Doesn't
to tell
have
us.
anything to do with my family.
She's trying to
Y'all
tell us. She's trying
humans
to tell us
are
that
So
on
she's
it may
not a
be a
linear
great.
bot.
time.
Wait,
Y'all
so hold
She's
on,
not a
humans
wait,
human,
hold
are
on.
so she's
on
not a human.
narratives.
So this
Y'all
Okay.
humans
that
can't
that
think,
goes over her head.
critically
So Don, I'm
think.
gonna ask you one more time. You want her up here while I'm because I'm finna
Humans
drop.
Damn.
came
Yeah,
over
no, yeah.
here
You can
on
leave her up
the
here.
slave
I think
Okay.
we
ship
got some more
called
mile power.
All
Elizabeth,
right, I'm
Let's let
finna.
and
Donnie
it was
Hey,
step into
only
the
Don,
conversation. All right, Donnie. Hey,
Don, I'm finna.
38 of
Don,
y'all.
girl, shut up. Don, I'm finna go
There's
back.
50.
I'm finna go back to Facebook and watch my African
Who
AI
are
oh
you?
stuff.
my God, that shit was so trash. I
Ah,
can't
no,
believe you
it
watching
Who
that
are
wasn't.
shit.
You
your
a
50?
That shit was so trash. I looked at 3 episodes,
That you're
man. I
you
said,
related.
a
hell
lie.
no.
Yeah, now listen, I ain't saying that they like grade A quality now.
You goofy as hell for watching that shit. If I was
It should
around
be
you watching that shit,
entertaining.
you what? Zeus Network?
Listen, Don, it's entertaining.
that's what I'm
Who are those
saying.
58
It's
Africans y'all
funny. It's
related to?
funny, and it's like it's cute. I like
Oh
it.
man, y'all done
So
made my
it,
other guest leave.
so if I could ask trivial, so where does life start and what's the evidence for it?
Y'all life started apparently through the Australoid That's where y'all life started.
Where does
Y'all are
you? No, he's
descendants
not
of
asking you. He's
y'all are
not asking you about.
descendants.
He's
y'all
not asking you about us. He's asking you about
No,
yourself.
no,
are
I'm
y'all
asking
no
about. Hold on, I'm asking strictly
asking.
about
He's
human life.
asking
Where does
about
human life start
human
with?
life, and we'll go back to the Australoid That's what.
Okay, Australopithecus is not a human. So you need to understand what a human is,
No, no,
what a
no.
Homo sapien is.
You're talking about modern day humans, sir. But
Yeah, we're
don't get
talking
it
about
twisted. You just said that you
So,
obviously,
just said that
obviously,
you
right?
so for
descend.
the
So
okay,
you're
so
just
for the
including all
record,
You
hominids.
just
so for
said
the
you
record,
just read it,
trivial,
sir.
you agree with evolution?
You just read.
All right. Yeah, I just read that
Don't
humans
get mad at.
are great apes. That does not
Don't
say
get
that
mad
they are
at
all
me.
hominids. All right, okay.
Great apes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what
So
y'all have.
modern humans are not
Y'all
Autopolyticus.
have all of the.
How did she come off mute so
I have
fast,
all.
y'all? You
Have
gotta feel
all of the
crazy tapping that mute button.
of
All right. All
great
right, all right. Chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out.
epi-
Chill out. He's not
That's
asking
what you
that. So
got.
since you
That's
don't
why y'all have me.
subscribe to that, are you a human or not?
No, I am not.
What do you classify as?
Yeah, what are you?
What do I classify as? Go look it up in the
No,
dictionary.
we
They
can't
used to
look up what you
call.
classify as.
Hold
What do you
on a
classify?
minute. They used to classify.
How
That's
long you
that's for
been? How long you
y'all.
been? How long you
Y'all are
been?
classifications.
How long you been
Y'all are
single?
nationality,
How long you been single?
nationalities,
How
and
long you
class.
been? How long you been
That's
single?
what y'all are.
How
Good
long have you
luck
been
with that.
single? How long have
Good
you been
luck with
single?
that.
How long you been
What are
single?
you talking about? What are you talking about?
How long have you been
I
single?
am a woman who was married for over 25
But
years,
a
Oh,
and I
that's
am a
what
woman
did
is
it.
a
widow.
human being,
That's
Yeah,
what
I
Okay,
did
feel
it.
sorry for that guy.
right?
and
A
I'm a
woman is a
widow.
hold on, wait a minute. A woman
No,
is a
no, no,
human being.
ma'am, no, ma'am. That's what y'all say.
All
That
right,
doesn't
let's.
make it
All
true.
right, I'm gonna look
Okay,
it up then.
How
doesn't
I'm
make
long?
it
How
just
long you been
true
widowed?
because you have females,
How long you been? How long you been widowed?
but y'all women are.
How long you been widowed?
They're females. That's what
You said the same thing 3 times. We got you.
don't
How
have any
long? How long have you been widowed?
don't have anything to do.
It It do. We it's deep. How long you been single?
Also, I just looked it
Don't
up.
have anything to
Because
do
I'm
with
curious.
me and mine.
How long you been single? I just want to show
Y'all
y'all,
see
like,
fish
ladies, if y'all think y'all finna be
coming
crazy
from
like
the
this and have any type of relationship
from the
with me,
animal.
you are mistaken. This lady, I want her to tell y'all how
Listen
many
to
years she
them
been single because she is fried to a fricassee.
throw insults.
What
Throw
insult?
insults.
I asked you how long you been
I didn't
single.
throw insults.
How long you been
Throwing
single?
information.
How long you been single, man?
Agreeing with you.
How long you been
Y'all
single,
are the
man?
apes.
Ma'am, just tell me how long you been
Are the
single. You not a human. How long you been single? Non-human.
agree with y'all.
And if you're
Y'all
not
are the.
human,
And
then
when you
technically you're
look up,
either wait, hold on. If you're not human, then technically
you look
speaking, a host, if you
up here.
continually tap the mic button, it'll put her on for real. So yeah.
Tell them
You
all.
know,
Also,
she got some superpowers, bro.
Then
damn,
you'll
never mind.
see.
I thought you were doing the method. My fault. But yeah.
It say
So
36 seconds and she coming off
Exactly.
this bitch.
that's crazy. But
See
with that
exactly.
said, if
Are
you are more than a
y'all are
human,
hello.
then your husband technically committed. Then if you are more than a human, and the human is a primitive animal-like species, then
My
technically
my husband
speaking, you
was
committed
of my people.
bestiality.
He was not.
Her husband
Yeah.
wasn't human either, but he died like a
What
human.
y'all do? What
So
y'all do?
You going crazy, man. I should have let Danny do you justice. All right, we got
literally,
another guest on here. Let me go ahead and get rid of
Funny
you,
as
man.
heck.
Yeah. It's so crazy. You crazy as hell, lady. Go watch the YouTube video. It'll be up tomorrow. Make sure you chop it up. Do your thing with it. Bye. Okay. Money. No, Max was up here. Max, you from yesterday, right?
Yeah, yep, I was up here yesterday.
Ooh, you see what we got to deal with, man? We got to deal
Now,
with male
I just
units.
wanted to get on here because I was curious. Was she FBA?
she's
What brought her
indigenous.
onto your show?
She's indigenous to America.
I don't know. She started talking about horns and not Africans, so I don't know. I should have got that question out for you
I
though.
wanted to ask her quick before she left. Did she leave already, or did you
I gotta
boot her
get some
out?
of
Or
these. I gotta get some of these crazy FBAs up on here for you though, because it was like Old Dirty was saying yesterday. You got Hebrew Israelite FBAs, you got Indian FBAs, you got all sorts of them. So
I didn't even know it was that serious because yesterday he was talking like crazy, and I was like, damn, like where was all this? I didn't even sign up for all that shit. Like where when did all that happen? But yeah, I was just kind of curious because I'm still kind of new to it all. But yeah, I just wanted to ask her quick before she left. But that's cool.
she's over the rails, man, and that's like. So yeah, it seemed like I trolled her. She's definitely already too far to talk to her better senses. But for the most part, I try to catch people before they go into like some form of psychosis like that. And that's the reason why I try to intercept the bullshit. It's not really just a troll act like I'm finna get some points off people correcting all the misinformation. It's really so I can assist these people because well, I was down the rabbit holes and luckily I saved myself. But I know it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to do the same thing, without having any education on critical thinking.
Hold on, Don Dada. You say you're saving yourself and you quit.
No, no. Hold on, Rizza, are you a real person or you a troll? You got to speak faster than that. No, yeah, no. So pretty much, yeah. I was and it's kind of like I forgot somebody was up on here earlier. I think it was Jav talking about it, like kind of how we kind of all go through these narratives where, like, I remember when I was young, I had a rap name. My rap name was Young Pharaoh. So a lot of he was talking about, he talking about how he got the Ankh tattooed on him. I had a whole piece. Ooh, good thing I didn't get this tattooed on me. I had a whole little piece drawn up where I was gonna have an Ankh on my whole torso. It's just kind of how we all gotta go through that because you got to think of it: enslaved, emancipation, the Great Migration, Christianity, Moorish ideology, Islam, back to Christianity. We was never we didn't have Black history courses until the Black Panther Party brought it to us in the early '60s, mid '60s. So we still lost to this day. That's the reason why, like how Buddy was
Hey, Don
saying.
Don. Let me ask y'all a
Go
question.
ahead.
Who is the Jesus of the piano in the USA?
I have no idea how that's relevant, or do I know who it is?
Yeah, I don't know where you going with that one.
Well, what's the topic?
It's
Oh,
not
man,
piano.
come on, man.
Oh, religion? No, I was trying to ask y'all. I was
No, the
just trying
topic
to
is on the
test.
back. The topic is on the backdrop,
Well,
man.
this is what I'll say about Moore. I heard of Moorish identity, but the only one that was successful was Master Fard Muhammad. He did not run off with any money, and also the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not lie about the phenomenon you see in the sky called the
Oh,
mother
so you
wheel. No, hold on. Let me
you
just
on the
land. Let me just
NOI
land.
trip?
No. Let me just land. Don't die. Excuse me, because I'm in the gym. It don't stop. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm asking y'all. No. I'm trying to ask y'all. Did he lie to y'all about the mothership? That's my question.
Man, brother, nobody's indoctrinated in that shit but you at this point. But yeah, kind of like what I was talking about. I don't know if you was heard me before you interrupted me. Listen to me closely. Slavery. We talking about black people. Black people come out of slavery. We come out of slavery. In emancipation, we go through what's called the Great Migration, where we migrate. A lot of us migrated from the South up to the North, Midwest, or whatnot. When we migrate up to the Midwest, we run across this dude named Noble Drew Ali. This is where Fard Muhammad gets his ideology from. All right. So Noble Drew Ali is a glass-eating grifter who died of the same disease he claimed that he could cure. So everything that was a successor from him, Fard Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, Malcolm X, even with the idea with the NOI ideology, or even Orthodox Islam for that matter, is all fictitious. You trying to reference, I guess, a UFO. Yeah, I don't know why you have gone that far into psychosis, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to intercept y'all from psychosis.
Don, let me look. I'm a guest to y'all. I'm from a different community, and I got love for your community. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if we analyze the whole audience, each one of these folks up here listening in the hallway and up top on the box, we can label as out their mind. And what I'm saying is your mysticism is your power. Don't let that go past your ear, because this is the thing. They want to run a trick to keep you pessimistic and negative, and that there is the play.
Okay, but I don't be delusional in your optimism, right? I'll just say that much if you want to use the isms and schisms, right? Because that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all try to be optimistic so much so that y'all subscribe to the delusions and the fictions. Y'all looking in the sky for alien spaceships to come save you instead of being practical and pragmatic in reality, right? Reality is shitty for, I'll not tell you this because with the pessimism word, reality is shitty only because y'all are using these escapisms instead of actually addressing reality. What I mean by that is we got so many black people that's thinking either God is gonna come save us, the Anunnaki gonna come save us, the will is gonna come save us, Jesus, all of this bullshit. And the only thing that's gonna save you in actuality is you. So, I mean, you can look up in the skies and it hasn't came yet, right? Jesus hasn't came yet. The Anunnaki, they got a fucking 26,000 year orbit. But you got people that's
Don
waiting.
Dot, you are that Jesus. That's what I'm trying to tell
No,
you.
no, no, no.
No,
I'm
hold
not
on. Let me just
Joshua.
land. Can I land? Can I just land my point? Doc? I got respect for it. Just excuse me. I'm in the gym trying to cut 10, 15 pounds.
Why are
But
you
this one
saying
said,
you in the gym? You need to be trying to get up under my training method because I'm him.
yeah, I'll give you that one. You right. You got game. I'm gonna tap in with you and see what you got for me, man. God
Let me
bless
show
y'all.
y'all. Let me flex on
I'll
y'all
check
real
with y'all
quick.
a little later. Peace.
Yeah, let me flex on y'all real quick. He brought up that gym shit. Y'all already know. He when he say I'm Jesus, is actually I'm God body on this bitch. Goddamn, hold on, there you go, right there. Let me see if I can show y'all this because I don't, I try not to show y'all too much. Try not to show y'all too much. I can't show this shit. They might got my face in it. But y'all already know. Y'all already know how I do. Let me see if this is it. Never mind, I ain't gonna show y'all. You got my face in there. But yeah, nonetheless, that's what I was talking about. Emancipation, right? Great migration. Noble Drew Ali come with the Moors nationality. It's not your nationality if you're born an American. That's the most ignorant thing to do. And then, like I say, y'all got the Moors, North African Muslim Berbers. He used Moabites, and he correlates y'all to Morocco as your nationality. Like it's so anti-intellectual. And this is the thing we got to understand. Somebody got to know some of this shit. And I think we all got this Dunning-Kruger effect where we don't want to listen to nobody, don't think nobody's correct. And then when we do subscribe to somebody, it's somebody who we look up to as far as on some materialistic shit, right? Or we get finessed with the gift of gab. And it's just sad because there's so much technology out here where we can come to the truth and come to like reality. But now I understand. The Moorish shit gave you an empowerment with your nationality. He said you was one of the tribes of Israel. Elijah Muhammad did the same thing. All right, Christianity, you did it the same thing. The Hebrew Israelites doing it today. These motherfuckers is one of the thickest groups. FBA, right? Sounds like NBA and FBI put together. It sounds like you part of something official and athletic, right? But at the end of the day, the ideology come from a grifter, and he borrowed it from another dude who didn't know what he was talking about. I'm talking about Claude Anderson, who's an economist, right? His you got to see what a person's expertise is in. All right, so if it's not in sociology or history, and it's in economics, then we shouldn't be listening to him on certain subjects. Same thing for like what's the dude y'all always talk about? Ivan Van Sertima. Ivan Van Sertima, he's not a fucking anthropologist. He was a linguist. And he didn't even make no linguistic connection between these people of the Olmecs and Americans. And even if you did, you need to prove a migratory route, which is just like all this shit was based in trying to have some type of empowerment. And you see what they talking about. We was Kang's fatigue, right? In our insecurity, we try to make ourselves bigger than what we are. That's why I was talking about, if y'all seen this in the YouTube, earlier when the dude said we are something special. We're not special. I hope that one day we could be, but I done lost hope in that trajectory because it's too many slow people out here. And then on top of that, the algorithm promotes the misinformation and then suppresses people with actual scholarship. I gotta know, my whole topic was I want to debate. I got a video with me and Tariq Nasheed. I want y'all to go back and listen to these conversations that I had today. And then I'm going to play you a little snippet of Tariq Nasheed, and it's the same thing. These people are all the same type of person. They're all crash outs by nature. Let me see if I can get this video for y'all before it's too late. And I ain't gonna hold you, Max, because I know you probably want to ask some more questions. But let me just show y'all this shit. Cause my brother William Moore, he had came on here. He had told me, he was like, man, Tariq Nasheed, he doing a little tour, going around, into people's lives, trying to get gifts and shit. And this was verified because as soon as we turned the gifts off, that was when he left alive, right? So this dude is a grifter. Oh man, y'all should know my main goal that I really want to do. He actually he could have accomplished it because he got close to $250,000 to create an app. And this was like, how many years? Like 9 years ago. And he never created the fucking app. With that something, it was like a More Us app. I was like, dude, this fucking dude's a grifter. He's nothing but filling his pockets.
Even when I did the DNA.
Let me show y'all this shit.
You whining about me on a Sunday. You need to be in church with your kids. You whining.
They didn't want a nigga to be in church. So let me see when he came up on here. Because he stayed up on here a little minute getting his little gifts.
Pronounce the word. Definition for pleth.
All right, he came over here.
Hold on, let's just let him crash out. Just let him. It's not plebiscite. It's plebiscite.
So Shaka telling he's not going to debate. He's not going to let us talk. He's already calling it, bro. Shaka, where's Shaka been at, y'all?
Yeah, it's not plebiscite. It's plebiscite. He ain't going to talk, idiot. Shaka, it's not plebiscite. It's plebiscite.
Plebiscite, that's what fuck it is. Shut your ass up. I don't even like your punk ass anyway.
Yeah, nah, hold on. Let's just let him crash out. Just let him crash out.
No, this dude just yells for no reason. Want him, so I'm gonna let the nigga up. I'm gonna go.
Let's hear the mama bussy. Let's hear the mama bussy buck broken spam.
All right, I go on mute. All y'all mute, man. Let Don take care of this nigga, man.
Yeah, well, take care of me, Don. Plebiscite.
I just want to get to the plebiscite babble. Define plebiscite.
Yeah, you nigga.
Define plebiscite is me.
You plebiscite babbling.
So the definition for plebiscite is the Don Dada.
babbling working? How's all that plebiscite babbling working?
So the definition for plebiscite is the Don Dada.
How is that plebiscite babbling working for you?
You want to get to all these non sequiturs ad hominem is not going to work on here. Is you going to roast or is you going to bring scholarship?
So are you going to whine about me like a bitch more? I mean, well, how's that working?
So we going to roast.
We're not even roasting. You whining about me
So
like
we
a
going to
bitch.
approach it scholarly or we going to roast?
You don't have no scholarship. All you're going to do is
So I'm genuinely asking, are we going to approach a scholarship or are you finna do this bullshit?
lie and troll and
all you going to do is say your mama butt broken and bussy.
Right.
So are you going to continue to deflect or do you want to start this scholarship?
I ask him again, do you want to get on this scholarship? You all know why we got this video here where we deconstruct hidden colors with over 100 lies in less than 30 minutes. He don't want to get to it. He already know about them. Like, and this is the thing. He already know.
Do you want to get this lesson?
You're trying to cope with delineation, leaving you in the dust.
Hold on.
It ain't even.
He trying to cope with delineation, leaving me in the dust. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, he thought that we was Caribbeans for some reason. He just made us Caribbeans because if you don't subscribe to the FBA rhetoric, then you're a tether by default.
You're just trying to cope with delineation. Delineation has already happened. So
I want to force him to crash. He cannot address scholarship. Shut up. Hold on.
He cannot address scholarship.
You ain't got no scholarship, dude. Delineation is happening.
Whenever you're ready to stop deflecting. I got you. Don, hold on real quick. Do this. See if he'll stay. Turn off your motherfucking gifts. I bet you this nigga's drop. Turn off the gifts.
So I didn't turn off the gifts because I didn't know how, and then I was waiting on Carlos to do it, but Carlos probably was running through other lives. So he stayed up on here for a more minute receiving gifts. You're not getting out.
Because all morning, that's all he's been doing.
Carlos, have Carlos.
Carlos, turn the gifts off. See if Tariq stay. And this we are more than black, by the way, Tariq.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
You pocket watching already. I make sure you know who I am.
I'm just in here bathing off tether tears. That's all.
Just in here rage debating. You don't want to address information, sir.
Yeah, you ain't got no information.
He said the same thing. You don't got no scholarship. You don't got no information. Let's bring it to the table.
You're just whining and lying.
Yeah, you just said the same thing 5 times, so obviously you're the one who don't.
You've been whining 5 times. All you're doing is whining about me. That ain't stopping shit. Delineation.
I'm talking about information. Nobody's talking about you. We're talking about the misinformation that you perpetuated since Hidden Colors. That you don't want to address.
Plebiscite
battle. We got over 100 lives.
It's plebiscite battle. He don't know what the fuck that word means. Have y'all ever looked that word up? Have y'all ever looked up plebiscite, y'all? I don't think he ever looked the word up to know what it means. A plebiscite is a direct nationwide vote in which the entire electorate is invited to a vote, a yes or no, on a specific public question. How the fuck?
Or you're spamming the same shit. We're tired of
you
plebiscite battle.
This is why.
Kevin.
Hey, how about none of this, man?
How about
you can't do shit about delineation.
Hey, let's go over.
You're making marathon spaces whining about me because you can't do shit about delineation.
Let me let him go. Let me let him rant for 30 minutes. Let me tire him out. Before you start, don't have shit to say.
I'm just bathing in tether tea.
We went through your video. We went through your first 2 videos, and we went through that motherfucker. We got about 132 pieces of misinformation. How about you stay in the box and let's go over your video? You down for that?
No. That thing is a fucking weedy, but I just wanted to show y'all that so y'all can hear it's the same shit with these pseudos. People who are disingenuous, who don't have actual scholarship, they don't have the patience, they don't have the quorum, and they don't really want to address information. But my bad, I had to show you that too, Max, because obviously FBA has an origin starting point. It comes from Tariq Nasheed. He says he's not the leader, but I mean he has a trademark. He literally owns the name. But nonetheless, outside of that, we were talking about yesterday how they adopt the worst of the Great Replacement theory and white supremacy, how they are pretty much black MAGA, and how delineation, even if we want to take delineation, which means to pretty much have a border of a people, we are already delineated. African Americans cannot be appropriated. You know what I'm saying? People can share the culture because we're the most influential popular culture out there for to influence black people. But at the end of the day, can't nobody get what's owed to us when it comes to reparations, as that is based on genealogy.
Yeah, that was a good point that you were talking about the other day. I definitely see that now. I think it's just hard because a lot of other groups, they're really homogeneous in that, everyone's black, or there are a lot more black people, whereas here in America, we're such a small percentage of the population it's hard to really have like a culture or cultural identity. And then when you see, other people that look like you that come here that have their own identity plus your identity, it feels like, you don't have anything. And so I think that's where a lot of the like conflict kind of comes from as far as like delineation. Um, but yeah, I definitely see your point now.
Yeah, and then like I said, I understand when I first heard of FBA, I was just like, okay, we got a nickname or something like that. I didn't know all that had came with it. I never looked up the website to see all that shit. Other alone, be in their lives where they pretty much like I got videos. I don't want to keep on going over my videos, but I got videos where I got FBAs coming up on the panel and they bringing up the continent. We talk about unifying African Americans, and they bringing up the continent. It's like that's all they exist to do. Is really like I think it was a comment that Kai Sanat had said, and I didn't even see it in real time, where he said that African Americans and Black Americans don't have no culture, but I think he was responding to pretty much saying essentially what you just got through saying. Since we're not that monolith, and to me, I think, of course, we got hella culture, mad culture. We influence the continent. We influence the diaspora. I think that was referring to like that unity, like that full unity, and it's gonna be hard to have that because even though we are a minority, we might overpopulate those monolith nations, right? When it comes to Jamaicans, I'm not sure. Let me look into that, y'all. I may be
But
free.
to be honest, I do know what you're talking about. I honestly didn't take it that way. It really seemed like he's. I think is he Haitian?
I don't even know. I think he may be
I think
Jamaican.
he's one of those. He's one of those. I think he's from the islands. It really kind of seemed like he was saying like we didn't have a culture because we're not like unified. In like a certain place under a certain flag. And it's not really like unified with like its own government and all of that. So he's kind of saying like, yeah, y'all don't have a culture. You guys are just kind of like a group of people just kind of living on a piece of land. And I think
Yeah.
that's where a lot of people, like myself included, kind of come from. Or it's like, well, we need to delineate and we need a flag and we need to, kind of put some borders around this.
Yeah, I get it.
Just because, you know what I'm saying? Just because, I don't know. I could definitely see how you're saying it, but I could take it, you could take it a much different way too.
He's Haitian and Trinidadian. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, so Jamaican population is 2.8 million, and Haiti population is 12 million. So we still got a larger population than them. So yeah, and that could be the problem also, and alone for them being on one land and not having a lot of European influence like we do. Yeah, we just not united. And for me, like, yeah, I definitely understand your talking points, and they are all legit and valid. And I agree too. I think that's how he meant it as well. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a lot of people. We're in a vast land. We in a country that has its own flag. But yeah, you can even see that FBA got a flag. You got the Black American flag. You got the Pan African flag. So you can see it's the people trying to come up with their own distinct identity. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I think I don't know if it was you who brought it up. I think it was you brought it up. Like, is unity in that vast amount even possible? Right? And I don't think
Yeah,
like
that was that was the question I had asked because the dude was like, yeah, we need to unify, we need to come together, like other groups. And I'm like, I don't think other groups do that though. And I'm not trying to like be argumentative or nothing, but I don't know of any like, continental South American Latino coalition or any like, Asian, continental, coalition, or or maybe there's, I personally never heard of it. And now he's talking about like some black unity coalition across, multiple continents, across, multiple hemispheres, across like 100 different countries, and it's kind of like, man, is that even realistic? It might just be more realistic for everyone to just take care of themselves, just everyone, just make sure they're good, and then everyone's good, because it kind of sounds like a pipe dream.
Yeah, I understand that. And, it's kind of funny because like I've been doing this for a couple of years, and it really low key made me a pessimist when it comes to Black people uniting. Really, just because of my experiences with people and the lack of education, the lack of will to educate themselves. I remember one time I came up with a code, because we was talking about Black people staying on code, and it was like, well, shit, there is no code. I came up with a code, and I couldn't even get to like code number 4 before it was already contentious. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, this is definitely never ever going to happen. And I think it's just part of how we evolved under colonization, and specifically African Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like we're a little fucked up. And to what you say, like that is the best solution initially, is to like start with yourself. A lot of people they really in dire situations mentally, economically, environmentally. So it does seem like a pipe dream when everybody else ain't even got their head on straight to let alone move as a unit. So yeah, I do understand that. But when it comes to the ideology of what, like, say, Pan-Africanism and Black solidarity, I don't think it's far-fetched, because it's like you really damn near don't have to do nothing. And it's really kind of almost innate in us. But for me, I think one of the main things that I had from that code was to, like, one thing comes to mind was like to shop Black. Like one of the dominating forces of Europeans is capitalism, and it's like the dollar doesn't stay in the Black community. I don't forget what it was, but was it like 4 hours at the most, something like that?
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like we have enough financial income, Black Americans alone, to be, and y'all got to correct me if it's wrong. I think it was like 14th as an economic, like as a country. Like number 14, I think it was.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like we're not doing nothing, but it's pretty much just based on our education, or lack thereof, and kind of like where our focuses are. But that's why I be saying, like, I see all the propaganda that's pushed on us, whether it's from Black males to the family dynamic, to what they do with the music, what they do with media, or the shows that come on TV, and it's pretty much even like what we're talking about with FBA, like. They think that they're doing something like to stand up for us, and it's counterintuitive. But I think we got to look at shit like that. Like a lot of people I talked about earlier, a lot of people are conspiracy theories, and they hip to COINTELPRO. This shit never stopped. This shit never ceased. The fucking William O'Neill is modern day Tariq Nasheed, but we can't see that because they gonna pick somebody that got the gift of gab, that got influence, that fucking maybe looks nice in a suit, speak well and all that shit. But as you can see, when he's under pressure, I'm Mr. Debate about it. That's really all I want to do, formally or informally. They nobody wants to do that shit, and that's why I say I just kind of like damn near really gave up hope, and I kind of just do this for entertainment purposes at this point.
Nicholas Basket.
And make sure y'all pay attention. When y'all go to other people's lives, I don't think this shit happens as much. I don't know if y'all been seeing it. DGA, are you a real person? You're not a real person either, huh? You see what I'm saying?
I am a real person.
Oh, well, you got blocked before you could say something. Let me see if I can unblock you. Oh, my bad. You gotta be faster than that. You just got 4 followers, and it kind of look like a red flag. I unblocked you though. You gotta be quicker than that. Actually, I think you still. I think you. Oh, you follow me? Okay. I damn near still think you're a troll. Like normally, sometimes people come up here and they may speak before they pull up, but it's all good. But we're gonna go ahead and land it up. You want to say anything else, Max? You want to chop it up about anything else before we go? You kind of missed the wave.
Yeah, I got here a little too late. No, I'm good. You can wrap it up. Thanks for having me again, man. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, brother. All right. Oh, look at you. You opened your eyes when you heard that. She said, "Wrap that shit up, B." Baby, I look back, her eyes open. She's like, "You finally finna get out this motherfucker?" Yeah, I guess we go here and wrap it up, B. It was a good bill. Yeah, man. I always gotta remind myself why we do this. We did get a few viewers in here today, so I appreciate y'all for stopping by, tapping the screen. Oh, y'all didn't do no tapping, but this video will be on the YouTube. The video from yesterday is on YouTube today. I posted that about a few hours ago, so this one will be on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, this is the reason why we do that is so people can hear some contrast. Like, if I would have got to ask if old girl was FBA and she said yeah, Peace Jada, he would have been like, damn, so they really is crazy. And that's why, like, and I got hella videos on my YouTube where they going crazy. That's why I say I don't really want to have to show y'all this shit. But y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the FBA. I'm sorry, to the I'm reading this video. To the YouTube. Here we go right here though. You can't use something as evident. And the girl did good. I'm not gonna even hold you. Are literally sliding past the. That's her right there. When you said delineation, you talk about we and them. That's the delineation right there. We're African Americans are not continental Africans. Boy, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little biased, but I really be cooking that shit. Right? How are we delineating? Right? And we're talking about a them. The them is already, because they're not us. They're a them. It's already a delineation. I'll be making the shit so easy for them. That's the delineation. Let me see. Hold on. Let the conversation. They're perpetuating. She was going on in. Let me see. But we won't even talk about this though. We wasn't even talking about the continent. Y'all gotta watch it. It tells you what he said. This one is called FBA Can't Keep Africa Off the Brain. Hold on, we finna go to bed, but knowledge. So Red got on her first. Red did get on her first. And then I think I let her respond. We're supposed to okay, this may be her first time talking. But we're going to get to Charlie real quick after this. And like you said, it's not about just being disagreeable or contentious with people just for the sake of it, but it's because in order to have a solid foundation, it has to be based in something real, something true, something factual, or else it's just going to last about a good 10 years, maybe 100 years if you're lucky. Then it's going to fall down to something that's true. But appreciate you.
Common goal, a common goal. That's what we need, a common goal.
And we talking about just African Americans here. Nobody's talking about African, any diaspora blacks. Yeah, exactly. Appreciate you coming up here, Charlie. I see you in the comments. You had some contention with somebody. You can address it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really with a particular person here because I don't want to make it combative. That's not why I came up here. It's just that I think that none of you all really have a great understanding why delineation or what it's actually for. I think all of you are trying to force a concept that the people that y'all are fighting to include don't even want. We did not start this process because we hate other people, even though there are hateful people that get up on these panels and speak.
And like, mind you, we're not talking about delineation. We're talking about unifying. We was talking about strictly African Americans.
Rhetoric in actual real life, these people do not care to come over here to join our fight. Like this person behind me said, we're supposed to have a common goal. Their goal to come over here was to make money for their homeland. It's not to come over here and join some kind of liberation with us. The only thing we have in common with them is that the white people don't like them too. That's not enough for us to say, let's get on board with each other. We're not going to trauma bond with them because they came over here on purpose to make money and now they're getting discriminated against. That's not enough to say, come, let's join a team. And at the end of the day, delineation is a very new process for us. We've been here living amongst them thinking we were one people for a very long time. So I don't understand why we're catching the blame for this. They've been the ones all over the internet and anywhere that they can have a voice saying that we're not like them. Pay attention to the they and them. not slaves. We have a culture. We have this, we have that. That rhetoric has been long standing way back into the 90s and before. Y'all act like this is something new. Now that we're saying, no, we're not dealing with you. Now we're the problem. As far as our heritage is concerned, nobody here in this space can read a history book and tell one heritage for every person that claims Black American. That's impossible. We all have different lineages. We're not a monologue. Those people over there in Africa can claim a tribe because they've been living amongst us.
I did not catch that. We're not a monologue? Oh.
Same people for years and generations and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. We're not like that. We've had a lot of things happen to us and a lot of different cultures happen to us. Yes, a lot of us have indigenous inside of us. How is that so hard to believe considering that there was a robust indigenous population here when everybody got over here? That's weird to even think. Hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. I can't speak for you. I can't speak for you. If you've done your genealogy and you found nothing but Africans in your history, whoop-de fucking do. I'm not here to tell you who you are. But to respectfully, you can't tell me nothing about me. Nothing unless you want to come over here to my family, go through my family lineage, sit down on your hands and knees and read everything about my family. You can't tell me nothing about my family. I don't even know why we even get into that conversation. That's weird to me that people are really staking their claim. And most of the people that staking their claim, they don't even know nothing past their great grandparents. They can't tell you nothing about nobody that they know from their family from Africa. But there's
I think she ended up being a pretendian too.
so fucking dead set on that shit. Then we have leaders, real leaders from our community, from our lineage. They have done research on this very thing. None of them are pulling from their research. They're only pulling from YT research. You bringing your YT resources up here, knowing that the American government got everything now.
Oh yeah, I did. I got on her ass about that.
Hi, we can all say that YT are liars. Everybody can say, oh, they're the real enemy, but you believe everything that they have said about our history. That's weird.
Yeah, she said it's weird, but you just got to keep talking about your genealogy. We can look up the literacy rates. You can see like it was a certain point where the literacy rate was like 5%. So what does that mean? That means we're not the ones documenting our own genealogy. It's these same Europeans that she's talking about. So they like to cherry pick like that. And I don't know, that always bothered me, but I'm sure glad I'll be catching this shit.
Weird. None of these African people that are coming over here are coming to save Black Americans. They're coming for their own families.
I would agree with you.
So with that said,
hold on, Red. Please, can I say something?
Wait. Hold on one second.
Everybody be
With
wanting to
that
get on
said,
it.
right? We stand on information. I hate that we keep starting these conversations out with we don't know. We ask.
Tell me that shit is not real. They're not India. I have over 70 members I found on my genealogy that were fully enrolled in different nations. But that
Another thing that we do too is just do the math. Just do the math for me if on your own time. Go back to emancipation and see how many ancestors would be on your lineage. How many ancestors? And this is I'll give you the math. People reproduce approximately every 25 years. So you go see how many people, because that would be a grandma, great grandma. She's talking about 70 people. But just do the math for me. I forget what it is. I think the number is like 2 something.
That's not even what I came here to argue, because that wasn't even the point of what the conversation, why I even came up here, because y'all can argue with your damn mama about that. I don't give a fuck. If your mama tell you an African, be an African. Please nobody don't argue with me about that.
And that's another thing is like, technically we are Africans in America, but I don't like to use that terminology because we're literally Americans in that sense. Like there's no, it's like, I don't know, like calling somebody African to me, you're talking about a continental African. But yeah, I mean, we're a majority of African descent, which would make us biologically Africans. Or what else do you think you are? You think you could be such thing as a biological American? That's not a thing.
Kids do not and everything not liking us until we the reason and nowhere.
So let me respond because I want to talk directly to our talking points. So initially when you came up, it kind of started off with a red herring because nobody, and then I noticed that the FBAs in the salon, they kind of do this every time. They immediately deflect the conversation to Africans and to like non-African Americans or Black Americans. We weren't talking about them. We was talking about uniting for surely, but we didn't bring up any continental Africans whatsoever. But maybe that's kind of where y'all focus is where y'all kind of like, I don't know, push the conversation to that way. But when it comes to delineation, do you not know? It's so like counter. Yeah, that's what I kind of talk about. It's already a contradiction because the whole time she's talking about us and them. That's a delineation right there. How do you know who them is and who us is? It's because it's already there. But yeah, it just amazes me. Anytime you talk to an FBA, they're gonna try to talk about continental Africans or some of the Caribbeans, and it kind of goes back to what we was talking about yesterday with the Great Replacement theory. How these people feel like they're a minority. Black people trying to make themselves feel like a minority within their own racial group. For what reason? If it's all behind reparations that you're not even trying to force the issue on because you're not united as a whole. Because African Americans is not down with the FBA shit. Why? Because we just not falling for the fucking pimp ass grifter. Honestly, people who have fell for the FBA shit, kind of like Max, he's like they don't even know about all this shit. They don't know that y'all claiming to be fucking pretendians. They don't align with your xenophobic rhetoric. They don't align with you like voting Republican and fucking the Great Replacement theory rhetoric and the worst of white supremacy. Yeah, we don't align with all that shit. The Quander family is the widely known as the one who go the furthest. Exactly, the Quander family. And guess what? The Quander family comes from the Quando, which is just roots of their African ancestry. And that's what I'm saying. This is the oldest genealogical record for a black family. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I think it's to the 1700s. It's to the 1700s. If I'm not mistaken. Hey, Stephanie, you see me person? Wow, y'all got something for y'all. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. We got the most randos over here today than any other day ever, bruh. Most randos over here any other day. I have not gotten any legit Pretendians, Nubians, Hotepins, NOI. The NOI dude did kind of come over here, but what the fuck, y'all? All right, y'all, we finna go ahead and lay it down, man. Y'all be safe, man. Be easy. The